Okay. Oh, wait on. Oh, shoot. Get all my lighting set up. There we go. All right, there we go. That's not bad. Cool. Yeah, thank you, Lenina. Yeah, I dig that. Yeah, that's a fun song. I love that song. That's one. I am gonna write some more instrumentals at some point. I'm this whole year. Like once I'm in the 50, 60 new song range, I'm not gonna count the instrumentals as new songs, but I'm gonna start writing a handful of instrumentals as well. Once I've kind of have yeah. Anyway, we'll see. I don't know, but all right. So this is a new one. Oh no, here I just need to sound check first. Hold on, let me do that. Check. Okay. Okay, never mind. All right, let me do. Why do I have to press 3 buttons to get to my stream? 4 buttons. 4 buttons to get to my stream. Should I find my house all up in flames, I would simply light a cigarette and watch it burn. Okay. Should I find my house all up in flames, I would simply light a cigarette and watch it burn away. Okay, so that's not gonna work. Let me do this. Should I find my house all up in flames, I would simply light a cigarette and watch it burn away. Fucking lag is awesome. Okay, sorry. Should I find my house all up in flames, I would simply light a cigarette and watch it burn away. Oh, joyous day, don't you ever end, don't take yourself away. Just give me a little bit more time, oh, let us stay together under any sort of weather. All right, cool. All right, that sounds good. Oh wait, no. All right, so let me check this one out. Oh no, stay there. Okay, hold on. So now we're gonna check out the I don't wanna, I don't gotta, I don't like you. You're a hateful creep. Dooba 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 diddle doo 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 doo. Diddle 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 doo. Diddle 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 doo doo. It'll do. It'll do. All right. So let's check. Let's just check the electric real quick. I would love if I could just get my settings set up, take a photo of them, put them exactly, which I've done a thousand times in the past, put them exactly the same way that they were, and have it put out the exact same sound. But apparently that's not my sound system. My sound system goes, fuck that, man. We'll do whatever the fuck we want. Should I find my house all up in flames? Oh, hold on. Shit, I don't have my monitor on. There you go. Should I find my house all up in flames? I would simply light a cigarette and watch it burn away. Yeah, okay, all right. That sounds all right. Let's do this. Let's divide the end conclusion, rearrange the last solution, make the ends meet the means. When I grew up, I want to be a fire truck. Okay, all right, good. That's all right. That'll do. Right on. Yeah, I like Cobb salads. I mean, I like, I usually do them from actual restaurant, like not fast food joints. But that sounds good. That's exciting to know. I've avoided Chick-fil-A because of their sort of draconian Christian values that when you're on the road and you're starving, sometimes there's not. I mean, I've eaten at Chick-fil-A a handful of times, mostly on the road. So when next I'm on the road and I find myself with only Chick-fil-A as an option, I will check that out. All right, so this is this one's completely brand new. I wrote this one today. And then so here we go. All right, so I'm gonna kick off seeing all the eggs and rabbits they're using to decorate for Easter. They have, yeah, I know, right? Yeah, it's so like, anyway, whatever. Yeah, but that's again, like that is that's modern Christian mythology. It's like it's a whole grab bag of things that have been stolen without fully whose messages and messaging haven't been really fully understood in decades, if not centuries. Hey Bobcat, how you doing, man? All right, so. Hey Ian, how you doing, brother? Dizzy and breathless, she stumbles quite reckless across the yard and collapses into the pool. The water is cool on her skin as she swims to the floor. No, she's not hiding, instead she's abiding. She's waiting and praying and fervently hoping for change. Everything's strange, so she remains at the bottom of the pool. There's nothing she can do to put out the fire in her heart, so she drowns. The fire in her heart that burns even now, the fire in her heart that she can't quite put out. Her lungs are aflame as she floats, as she waits, and she struggles to breathe. A need growing. Her lungs are aflame as she floats, as she waits. She struggles to breathe. A need growing more fierce. She can feel the tears. They are lost. They've been washed away. She wants to surface her lungs give her purpose, but still she remains floating face down in the pool. There's nothing to do but drown in the cool of the pool in the night. There's nothing she can do to put out the fire in her heart, so she drowns. Heart that she burns even now, the fire. Fire's been started, the cold and the chill of the water can never quite put out the fire in the heart once the fire's been started. So in the water, gravity's got her, pulling her deeper till she rests on the floor. She's hurting no more, and the water feels nice and cool. Dag nabbit, man. All right, fuck it. Yeah, you know what? I think what happens. Let me get. I totally train wrecked the getting. I was getting that song ready. That's a song I just wrote. I just finished minutes ago. No. I just finished it minutes ago, and so thank you, Bobcat. No, open with here. Let's do this. Boom, that guy. Let's do this. I totally fucked up the whole launch of this show. Oh well, I'm a professional. I do this for a living. Color yourself jealous. Look at the smooth production on Mike TV's stream, motherfucker. You know, I mean, well, you know, it's funny. The thing is that like, you know, I mean, it's just, you know, like, anyway, I feel like it's frustrating for people to not acknowledge kind of like, for people to not acknowledge kind of where these things came from. Sure. Okay. If you adopt them, if you build the symbology, if you're like, this actually works with the stories and our own, if you consider, like, so if you're a Christian, you're like, all right, so rather than considering mythology, this is actual historical fact, and Jesus walked the earth and all these things happened, and miracles used to happen, but they no longer happen because it's a test of faith and yada yada yada. You know, the thing is that like the idea to not also really, what is going on? Hold on. The idea to not also hold on. Something is happening with my microphone for some reason. Why does it feel like? Hello, hi. Were you? Oh, maybe it's over this, and that's why. Okay, hold on. There we go. God. All right. Anyway. So blah 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 blah. You know, the thing is it like, I don't. That's. I mean. And it's funny. I can't say one way or the other. I don't believe, but I don't not believe. You know, like the thing is just like I don't know what happened. I can't guarantee you. I can't promise you. I know what happened 10 years ago, much less 100 years ago, much less 1,000 years ago, much less 3,000 years ago. So but the thing is but because there is actual, it seems like there are actual documented records of people, sort of following certain, like we've found calendars, we've found actual documentation of the way people, other religions celebrated certain various winter and summer solstices and spring and yada, 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 and when there are all these parallels, and it looks like certainly they were all happening in the same region, and it definitely seems like there's things borrowed between one and the other. Like, why can't we just draw the parallels and be like, hey, yeah, this was adopted by this because it worked for us, and this is why, Anyway, so it just drives me nuts. But anyway, but that's great. Yeah. So Easter is the one holiday in the year that I have no interest in whatsoever at all. I'm not a big fan of like the whole. I'm not even a fan of the like the iconography. Like I'm not a fan of the imagery and the like pastels. Like I'm like, all right. So this is another brand new one. This is called this is called Making Hay, or a failing sort of guy. The years don't stick to me. The years don't stick to the way they used to. And then I'm done. The years don't stick to. Now. So this is also brand new. This was written last Sunday, but I haven't played a chance to play it very much, and now I'm fucking it up, of course. Years don't stick. That's why it's in the wrong key. Years don't stick to me. There we go. The years don't stick to me the way they used to. I'm becoming a collection of stories that I tell to you. It's like a movie that I've seen. It's like a movie of my life. And the stories that I tell can't get it just quite right. The years they run together, oh, the edges they are blurred. And all that seems to stand out are the people that I've hurt. I've done so much damn harm. My heart is so damn scarred, and I want to find a way to annihilate the pain. So here I am, drinking away my lonesome pain. Oh, here I am, making hay. My days are filled with silence, interrupted by my songs. There's no place for me, there's no place where I belong. I've known it all along. Everything is wrong, and everything I try seems to wither on the vine. But I don't mind smashing my head against a wall. It occupies my time, God damn it all. There ain't nothing that I've done, there ain't nothing I ain't tried. I guess I'm doomed to fail, I'm a failing sort of guy. So here I am, drinking away my lonesome pain. Oh, here I am, making hay. Oh, here I am, drinking away my lonesome pain. Oh, here I am, making hay. Oh shit. Anyway, so yeah, so that's a new one. That one will get better. Like a lot of the finger picking songs I've written. So I'm in the process of writing 20 brand new finger picking songs. I've written 17. So of these 21, so that number right there is the number of songs I've written since the beginning of the year. Of the 21 songs I've written, 17 are finger picked. I'm gonna write 3 more, and then I'm gonna put aside writing finger pick tunes, unless like inspiration strikes, and I'm gonna focus on. Hey, Bill, awesome, man, that's great, dude. Bill's, yeah. I'm figuring, Bill, you're watching on Facebook. That's awesome, brother. Good to see you, amigo. And so I'm gonna. All these songs, you're just gonna require me to just get some more practice in to get them all working out pretty well. This is another brand new one, another one of the new finger pick tunes. In fact, I think I'm gonna play like 5 or 6 completely brand new songs, and then I'm gonna open it up. I'm gonna open up the floor to requests, and I'll play requests all night long. So, I'm in love with you, and I'm simply terrified. What if I don't get it right? But I'm in love with you, and I feel so overwhelmed. I don't know if you can tell. I don't know what I'm doing, and I don't have a plan. But I do know that I'm doing the best that I can. I'm in love with you, and I feel like a fraud. I know I'm gonna get it wrong, and I'm in love with you. I don't know what to say, and I don't know what to do, but I do know that you make it easier to breathe. Awesome, Bill, that's great. And I do know I feel stronger when you're with me. Oh, my heart, it can't contain the pounding of the love in me. My heart, it simply can't contain the fury that inside me rages. Oh, my heart, it can't endure the raging fire of love that's sure to burn in me like a star. Can you help me carry on? I'm in love with you. I don't want to make mistakes. I don't want to break your heart. I'm in love with you. With everything I am, I will try to be the better man. I don't know what I'm doing, and I don't have the plan. But I do know that I'm doing the best that I can. Hey, Andy, how you doing, brother? Oh, my heart, it can't sustain the pounding of the love in me. My heart, it simply can't contain the fury that inside me rages. Oh, my heart, it can't endure the raging fire of love that's sure to burn in me like a star. Can you help me carry on? I'm in love with you, and I'm simply terrified. What if I don't get it right? So yeah, so that's a brand new one. Hey, BB, how you doing? Good to see you guys. Hey, Black Tech, good to see you, brother. Awesome, man. How's everybody doing? How was your stream, Andy? What were you guys up to? I know you occasionally have guests on. What was there anything spectacular happening today? Yeah, but so if you guys don't know Andy, so Andy plays piano. He occasionally has his wife joins him, BB Boing right there. She joins him. Occasionally they actually have guests as well. And he plays a mean piano. And we actually I first met Andy at and BB at the TwitchCon, the European EU Twitch music streamer meetup, the very first one, back in 2018, which it's crazy that was like almost 3 years ago, coming up on 3 years ago. But yeah, and it was a absolutely marvelous, wonderful time, and Andy was obviously a genuine sweetheart, and so thanks for bringing folks over. We're just getting up and running, and I'm trying out some new material. I've written 21 songs since the beginning of the year. My intention is to write 2 songs every single week for the full year, to end up with 104 brand new songs, in addition to the 60 or 70 that I have from last year. I wrote about 30 new songs last year, and then I have another 40 that I kind of recovered from like just songs that I wrote and never put out on record. So I'm gonna aggregate all of this music and then kind of figure out what to do with it over the next couple of years. So, but yeah, I'm just kind of like getting my songwriting chops back up and running. So. Yeah, and I do. Yeah, and so it is a ton of music. But but is there something I can do for you, Andy and BB, to commemorate and to thank you for bringing folks over? I can. Is there a song I can play for you? Is there a story I can tell? Is there a dog I can shave? No, I can't shave. I can't shave soon. My neighbor's dog. Okay, yeah, of course. So all right, so this is a song I wrote. I was living in downtown Los Angeles they're called bachelor apartments. They're 1-room apartments, right? So it's not like and they weren't big. It was like basically a bedroom with a bathroom and a little alcove that had like a kind of a quasi kitchen. It didn't have a sink. It was like, but it had a fridge and a little place for a countertop where you could put a hot plate and and so it's like a 1-room apartment, and all the apartments on my floor were the exact same layout. And this girl moved in, and she brought her little barky dog. Now, our building was not, they did not allow pets, but we had a brand new apartment manager, and this brand new apartment manager didn't understand the rules behind pets, and so she said, "I've got a doctor's note saying that my dog is allowed." And he didn't push back on that. So he rented the place to her. She moved in with this barking dog, and she would leave at like 7:30, 8 in the morning. And I'm a musician, full-time musician. I've been so for 20 plus years. So I'm a musician. So I get home like late at night, 3 and 4 in the morning. And I'd wake up at like 10 or 11, So she'd leave at like 7 or 8 in the morning, and the dog would start barking. And and it would wake me up, of course. And then the dog would bark all day long. So playing guitar, I wrote and recorded and actually produced and recorded albums in my little tiny place while I was there. So the dog's barking got on a lot of tracks. It was just infuriating. So yeah, and thank God I don't either. So I tried talking to her about it. She wanted nothing to do with me. She got really up in arms and got really defensive and walked away. And so I'm like, all right. So I dealt with this. I dealt with the barking dog for about 3 months, and then I wrote this song. It goes. Bum banum, bum banum, bum banum, bananum, bum banum, bum banum, bum banum, bananum, bum banum, bum banum, bum banum, bananum, bum banum, bum banum, bum banum, bananum. I want to kill my neighbor's dog. I want to smash it in the. Hold on, I'm sorry, I forgot. Probably very loud. I apologize. I want to smash my neighbor's dog. I want to kill my neighbor's dog. I want to smash it in the head. I want to take a hammer to the fucking thing until it's dead. I want to kill my neighbor's dog. 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 Bum ba da bum ba da bum ba da bum bum ba da bum ba da ba da da dum bum banum bum banum bum banum bananum bum banum bum banum bum banum bananum bum banum bum banum bum banum bananum bum banum bum banum bum banum bananum. I wish that I could somehow break into a place and smash its face. I want to flay off all its skin and then pour salt on what remains. I want to kill my neighbor's dog. 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 Bum ba da bum ba da bum ba da bum bum ba da bum ba da ba da. Fuck, 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 motherfucker. 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 Bum banum, bum banum, bum banum, bananum, bum banum, bum banum, bum banum, bananum, bum banum, bum banum, bum banum, bananum, bum banum, bum banum, bum banum, bananum. I fantasize all day about the ways that I could kill this thing. The fucking barking is incessant and it's driving me insane. I wanna kill my neighbor's dog. 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 Bum ba da bum ba da bum ba da bum bum ba da bum ba da ba da da. Fuck, 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 motherfucker. 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 I wanna kill my neighbor's dog. 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 Yeah, so she heard me recording that song, and she came, she knocked, she like that night she came by and knocked on the door, and she was like, "Hi, can we talk?" And we sorted it out. We sorted it out, and everything was fine. But that's all I needed to do. And when I first tried to talk to her, she was like, "No," and I dealt with 3 months of fucking horror. But then it worked out all right. I got a song out of it. So no worries, Bobcat. And my pleasure, Andy. Yeah, thank you, man. Thanks for bringing folks over. Thanks for helping me get the stream started properly. Yeah. So yeah, how have things been? She did move, but she did move. So what happened was, our apartments were built in like 1910, right? And so in Los Angeles, like LA, like the United States, there's not a lot, except for if unless you're on the East Coast, or unless you're some parts of Northern California and some there's most of the places are kind of brand new, and they're pretty shoddily constructed, there's no Gothic anything, so, don't even sweat it, man. Thank you, Andy. Thanks for dropping by, and you have an absolutely wonderful evening and sleep well. And thanks again, man. So what happened was, our apartments were hung with, like, it wasn't even quarter inch. It was thinner than quarter inch drywall. It was this really fragile, brittle drywall. And so basically what it was tiny drywall, and then one beam, and then tiny drywall. And that was our wall, our adjoining wall. And she was keeping her door. And so against the wall that was adjoining between her place and my place, she had her dog pressed up in a crate, like a little dog crate, like a travel crate. And so she put the dog in there and leave the dog in there until somebody came to walk the dog at lunchtime. And then the dog would remain in there until 7 or 8 at night, And so this poor dog, see you, BB, you have a spectacular night. Yeah, I know. So yeah, so right. So of course the dog was freaking out. Of course the dog was barking like a maniac. So I'm like, yeah, I know, right? Of course. So I was like, can we just put the dog on the, and she lived in the corner apartment. So she could have put the dog on the opposite side of the room against the wall that adjoined no apartment, and it would have been fine. And so when she did that, when she put the dog over there, it was totally quiet. And I was like, thank you. That's all I needed. Thank you. Awesome. I feel terrible for your dog, because your dog is being raised like a fucking, like a penned-in animal. But, hey, May, how you doing? Hey, Sovereign Bohemian. How are the two of you? How you doing, May? May, thanks again. And you as well, Sovereign Bohemian. Thank you guys so much for your generosity yesterday. That was super kind of you. Hold on. This is. Oh, that's right. Okay. All right. So this is another brand new one. This is a new song. So I've been writing. I'm going to write 104 songs this year. And I'm at 21 so far since the beginning of January. I have another song to write today, and that keeps me on target. I'm writing 2 songs a week. I just decided to start out by writing 20 fingerpick songs. I've written 17 of those. I've written 4 other songs on top of that. Cause I kind of, when I sit down to write a song, I always walk away with a song. So sometimes when I sit down to write a song, just a fingerpick tune doesn't really come to me. And I'm like, all right, I'm going to write some other song. So I walk away from my songwriting session with the song. So I've written 21 songs. 17 of those are fingerpicked. Oh no, of course, Black Tech. Well, it's great to see you, brother. How you doing, man? Yeah, you get some rest, dude. And you have a spectacular night, man. Sleep tasty. So this is a new song called "Erase Me." erase my pencil lines, erase me, leave an empty sheet of white, erase me, wipe me from the page, erase me, I wanna be erased. Oh, I'm an accident. Oh, I am confusion. Oh, I am mendacity. Oh, I am calamity. Erase me, wipe away my lines. Erase me, I'll disappear in time. Erase me, help me fade away. Erase me, wipe me from the page. Oh, I am failure. Oh, I am surrender. Oh, I am perplexity. Oh, I am a casualty. Erase me, my outline disappears. Erase me, I was never here. Erase me, wipe away the dust. Erase me, I know you think you must. Oh, 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 oh. Erase me, erase my pencil lines. Erase me, leave an empty page of white. Erase me, wipe me from the page. Erase me, I wanna be erased. Yeah, so that's the new one. Sorry, I forgot to turn the guitar back up, so it might have been kind of low there for that song. I apologize if the guitar was too low. Hey, thank you about that. All right, so yeah, I've got just a couple more. I'm gonna start taking requests. If you guys want to populate the request queue with songs that you'd like to hear, I can definitely do that. Otherwise, I'll keep playing new material. But I just wanted to play a handful of the new songs, so I keep them practiced up. I haven't had a chance. I got it this morning. Took Sue on a walk, and then I came back and I worked on that song I opened with. And I worked on that. I hung out with my lady friend for a little while. And then I spent the remainder of the time working on the song. Hey, Alethea, how you doing? Hey, so Alethea Boykovsky is my sister, my actual sister. So, she's. Are you watching from Facebook, Leaf? Okay, here we go. Sweetness, you are the girl I love. Lover, I thank the stars above for your love, yes, your love. Oh, you're loving all the time. Oh, I love the way you love me, and I want to love you right. Sweetness, you are my ecstasy. Loving you comes so easily. Oh, your love, yes, your love. Oh, it really turns me on. So I had to let you know by singing you this song I adore. The way you love me, I'm always wanting more. I do, I want some more. I do, I want some more of your love. I do, I want some more of your love. I do. Sweetness, you are a thrill in me. Lover, that thrill won't let me be. Oh, your love, yes, your love. Oh, I crave it all the time. I'm addicted to your love. Do you consider that a crime? Sweetness, there's never been another girl that I've loved more than any in this world. Oh, your love, yes, your love. It fills my emptiness, or my heart would fall apart. Without you loving it, I adore. The way you love me, I'm always wanting more. I do, I want some more. I do, I want some more of your love. I do, I want some more of your love. I do. Oh, but my love, when we're apart, it leaves a hole in my heart. So please, don't leave me alone. Sweetness, you are the girl I love. Lover, I thank the stars above for your love, yes your love. Oh, you're loving all the time. Oh, I love the way you love me, and I wanna love you right. I adore the way you love me. I'm always wanting more. Yeah, it's dramatically slower. That was played like a punk rock song. I can the thing is, so that's one of the things about writing new songs. So I'm not 100% confident of the cadence of the lyrics, you know, but I'm also not 100% confident on the tempo of the guitar. So what happens is so as I'm paying attention to the capo, as I'm paying attention to the cadence of the lyrics, I'm forgetting about the tempo of the guitar. So that's picking up, and because I have a tendency to pick things up when I'm not super comfortable with them. So and then when I try to slow down to pay attention to the guitar, then I start messing up with the cadence of the lyrics, and then it brings me right back. And so it becomes this like this self-perpetuating go fast machine, you know. So that's why I decided to play this one, and it really only happens live. Like when I'm playing by myself, I'm really pretty good at like keeping the tempo control. But brand new songs, yeah, it just, yeah, that's exactly it. It just snowballs and becomes like tumbling. So I'm just I have to keep playing that one. What I think I'm gonna do is I think like tonight I'll play as I watch a movie or something. Or I'm watching The Wire again because The Wire is such a fucking amazing series, and I haven't seen it in a while. So hey, Tic Tac 2, thank you, brother. How you doing, man? Good to see you, dude. So I think what I'll do is when I watch The Wire, I'll just do this. The entire time, you know, so I'll just watch a full episode and do that for a full hour, you know, and just burn it into my muscle memory, so I don't have to worry about it. And then of course, like, or maybe what I'll do is I'll play it and sing simultaneously, so that way I get the cadence of the lyrics down. Like it's just familiarity, you know, like that's, okay. So this is another one. Oh really? Oh really? Oh that's yeah. I mean, you know, I totally understand. It's not for everybody. I have a lot of friends that are like, there's so many characters, there's so many plot lines, there's so much going on. I can't see it's not for me. And I totally get that. The thing is like, because there's a lot of moving parts. But man, that's my cup of tea. Like, you know, like I love all the narrative threads. You know. All right. So this is So to answer your question, Isabella, yes, it was way too fast. So. She wakes up in a forest of bottles and tall boys. She lurches to the toilet and sounds a frightening noise. She staggers to the bed and searches about so frantically for a reason to keep going, a reason to believe that she's okay, that she'll make it through the day. She searches for a shirt that might look like it is clean. She dresses in a hurry 'cause she's late for everything. She doesn't have a smoke 'cause she ran out late last night, but she rolls one from recycled butts and sets the smoke alight. She's okay. Will she make it through the day? wail, hear her shriek. Listen to the words that she can only scream. Hear her wail, hear her shriek. The emptiness that tortures her, the emptiness that bleeds. Ooh, banshee. Ooh, banshee. She lies about her drinking, no, she lies about it all. The heart that beats inside her chest feels so very small. There's something black inside of her that's feeding on her heart. She knows she has to face it, but she's never gonna start. Is she okay? Will she make it through the day? So here she sits again in the middle of the night, surrounded by her emptiness, her cigarette alight. She takes a drag and breathes it in, emptiness and smoke. Dawn is fast approaching, where did the evening go? Is she okay? Will she make it through the day? Banshee. Ooh, banshee. Hear her wail, hear her shriek. Listen to the words that she can only scream. Hear her wail, hear her shriek. The emptiness that tortures her, the emptiness that bleeds. Ooh, banshee. Ooh, banshee. Yeah, so that's a new one. So again, all of these songs are they're just really rough. The finger picking, and thank you Tic-Tac-Toe, thank you Common Man, thank you Bobcat. The finger picking is just gonna take a lot of practice. You know, particularly that finger picking pattern. Depending on how you accent it, so you can do so. I've got Burning in the Rain, which goes rain falls, oh, another gloomy day. You know, so there's that, but then there's also there's like the it's like a I want to take you out tonight for your boy, like so this. So there's a little bit more swing, and then there's other, like there's different ways you can play it where you accent, like, and that's also the same thing with So I've got I play the like kind of 3/4 thing like that, but I also do it like the one I was just playing, this one, the one I opened with, which is it's like a yeah, I can do that. Well, so I'll add that to the request queue, Tic-Tac-Toe, because I've got some songs. Song request. Guys, I'm gonna leave because I gotta wake up early tomorrow and I'm super sleepy. Oh, okay. Thank you, Isabella. You have a spectacular evening, and yeah, hopefully we see you again soon. You yeah. Have hopefully your date or your early morning tomorrow is successful. Burning in the Rain. Okay. So this song's called "Where Are the Heroes." Oh well, Isabel, are you gonna not stick around for Heroes? Should I not play this one? Oh, okay, yeah. You know what? You're totally right. I forgot about that. Isabella, did she already go? Really? All right. Hey, Elix, how you doing, man? All right. So I think Isabella took off. So I'm not gonna play. I'm not gonna play this song because this was her request. All right. Riot in My Heart. Let me just pull up all these. Let me pull up all these songs real quick so I can just kind of power through them. Burning in the Rain. Burning in the Rain, which I know, but Burning in the Rain. Indie rock song. Wow, that's a cool request. That does not get requested very, very often. Indie. Oh, I don't even have it. I don't even have it charted. Okay. Let me pull one of these up. Indie rock song. Everybody's working. Cold Iron. Splash Kerosene. Wow. All right. Cool. These are some deep cuts. Some days. And then Riot My Heart. All right. Okay. All right. So it's funny. This next song. Yeah, so there's just like there's a little thing that goes bambana. So I played it on the album, but there's like this, there's a piano thing that kicks it off, like so it sounds like a punk rock song. And when I wrote it, I was like, because I hadn't really written a punk rock song in a long time, and I wanted to write a song like lyrically, like this song can be kind of punky. And then when I was recording it, it was a sound I'd heard too many thousands of times. And so what I did is I brought it all the way back down to just the acoustic guitar. I figured out a drum beat for it, and then I kind of built it up from there. So I did the drums, and then I had Schmed bring in the bass, and then I wrote the little guitar lead line that kind of takes place throughout the song. And so it ended up becoming a completely different song. But it's still like effectively a punk rock composition. The sky's tumbling, the walls are crumbling down, and there's another riot in my heart. They started fires, I watched the flame go higher, and there's another riot in my heart. And there's panic on the streets, as everybody rushes for the doors. And there's chaos at the docks, as everybody's pushing for the shore. Just like before, there's a riot in my heart. The towers crumble, the mountains tumble down, and there's another riot in my heart. There's been explosions out on the ocean, and there's another riot in my heart. And there's panic on the streets as everybody rushes for the doors. And there's chaos at the docks as everybody pushes for the shore. Just like before, I don't know if it's gonna be right. I don't know if I'll be okay. I don't know if it's gonna be right. I don't know if I'll be okay. There's a riot in my heart. Hey, Smurry. There's a riot in my heart. There's a riot in my heart. There's a riot in my heart. Sorry about that. Yeah. That was, somebody mentioned that and I forgot to turn it down. Sorry, I really apologize for that. There we go. Is that better? Volume wise, sorry about that, everybody. I totally forgot that the soundboard was was ridiculously loud. Okay, awesome. Yeah, sorry. All right. Sorry, so this is a song called Some Days. Okay. Oh crap! That last song, fucking. Anyway, was the guitar ridiculously loud on that last song? Could you hear the vocals? Could you hear the? Could you hear like did the vocals rest well enough in the mix that you could make out the lyrics? Thank you, Tic Tac Two. Some days it feels like I'm broken, like nothing I do is right, and all of my silly decisions seem to unravel and unwind. But I know that's not true because I have you, and you are the star guiding me back to safe harbor in your heart. Some days I feel like a failure, like I'll never get quite there. Like all of the songs that I'm writing are so much empty air. But I know that's alright because tonight you are with me, and that, my love, is reason enough to sing. So let me sing a song for you. Let it be simple, let it be pure. Let me sing my broken heart, and let loving be the cure. Some days I feel like I'm stumbling, like I can't bear to stand, like the weight of all of my trouble have me pinned and unmanned. But I know that's not true because I have you, and you are my love. And sweetheart, you give me strength enough. So let me sing a song to you. Let it be simple, let it be pure. Let me sing my broken heart, and let loving be the cure. La 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 la, 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 la 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 la. Some days I feel like a failure, like I'll never get quite there. Like all of the songs that I'm writing are so much empty air. But I know that I know that's alright because tonight you are with me, and that, my love, is reason enough to sing. There you go. Sorry about the end. I got caught reading the chat. Of course I did. Of course, I'm a professional. Look at me in my professionalism, professionalizing all over the place, just oozing professionalism. Ugh. All right, so this song, this is bark, 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 bark. All right, so this is a song called Splash of Kerosene. This is kind of a deep cut. This is off of my my album Tumors, which is a pretty it's an album that kind of didn't get a lot of attention. It was at a point in time, 2013, 2014, 2015 were kind of the darkest years of my musical career, because my Los Angeles indie rock scene had died, so there weren't like the same hundreds of people coming out to shows and stuff like that. I couldn't even, like, getting my friends' bands to play was always difficult. And when I could get them to play, it just they were like pale shadows of what they had been. I felt like my career was in doom and ruination, you know. But of course, like, the thing is that for me, the music is my therapist, you know. It's what I do to, like, exercise my demons and allow myself to, like, find some solace in it otherwise, particularly when you're completely broke, like, what do? Like, you could write, you can buy a 6-pack of beer for $8 and then you can spend all night, drinking and writing music. And so that's what I would do that. I would do that pretty frequently, and so, during that point in time, I wrote a bunch of songs. This one, it's really funny. This song was actually predicated on a poem that I wrote, back in college. I did only one semester of college, before I went. I was invited to work at Universal for Universal Cartoon Studios and Universal Family Entertainment. And I said no. I was like, they're like, we want you to sign on as an apprentice writer, and then we'll see kind of where we go from here, And so, they said, and they're like, hey, do you want this? And I was like, no, I don't. And so I went to college, because I did an internship between my senior year in high school and my freshman year of college, and then I did one semester at the local junior college in the desert called College of the Desert, COD. I did one semester at COD, and I was like, what the hell am I doing? But during that time, I took a creative writing class, and we had to write a poem. And I wrote a poem that had like a surprise ending, and it's all about this woman who comes home kind of dejected. She comes home and she puts she makes herself like she reaches in the cabinet, she pours out she pulls out some fluid, she like pours in the cup, she's making, like, she put her keys down. It's kind of, she's going through her evening, and she's kind of thinking about, like, she just went on a date where she was stood up yet again. It was a blind date. Yet again, she was stood up. And she's just tired of it, and she decides, and at the very end, you discover that she's actually warming up Drano because she's going to kill herself, but I used that lyric. I've been drinking Drano. I've used drinking Drano as a lyric for my song Suicide. So I wanted to try to capture the same kind of vibe because it was a really cool poem. So this is what I came up with. So it's called Splash of Kerosene. It's a completely different song. She's sitting there alone. There's no one coming home. She pushes everybody away, so she don't have to deal with the fact that they'll disappear someday. She's comfortable alone. Oh my God, there is no God. She is standing on her own near to this spot. Oh my God. For someone to love her, even though the loving's hard. She was comfortable alone. She makes herself some tea. She makes herself some tea with a splash of kerosene. 'Cause tonight she's gonna go out, and she's never coming back, of that she has no doubt. She's not coming. God damn it, you're fucking right. Man, this is so frustrating. It's not a pedal. I have to fucking do it levels wise. Man, I should just split the difference and just not stop adjusting it. Sorry about that, guys. Fuck, man, it's so frustrating. So I don't have a monitor set up like. Because I do so much recording and because I do so much stuff with this studio, I'm constantly recording, and the way my Pro Tools set up, all the requirements for my Pro Tools setup are demonstrably different than my streaming setup. So I'm constantly having to change levels and stuff, and so I can't. So I can't route. So I could set it up anyway. Fuck. So I apologize. So that's going to be, I was using a Streamlabs dono page as a YouTube link to a channel called Gray's Music Videos. What? I don't know. Your Streamlabs dono page has a YouTube link to a channel called Gray's Music Videos. That's not good. I don't know where that would come from. Maybe it's Streamlabs. Maybe it's Streamlabs. Maybe it's just something. Maybe it's Streamlabs scraped something, and because I have a gets it goes a significant presence on Grey's Anatomy. Maybe they put it on there. Yeah, let me take a look. Great. Anyway, so I'm sorry about that, guys. Yeah, so frustrating. All right, so Dick-a-doon. I don't see where do you see a link? Where do you see a link to? I don't see. Yeah, I don't know. I don't see anything like that. There's my TV of GS. Oh, the YouTube. Oh yeah, the YouTube. Oh, that's weird. Oh, you know what? So what happened was Streamlabs just scraped. Yes, I see it. Streamlabs just scraped, looking for my videos and probably found one on that video site. So I'll change that. Thank you. There you go. Here we go. So I'm gonna push that one back. I'm sorry about that. Like I kind of screwed that one up, and I'd like to let my ears refresh before I do that one again. So. But this is an Ian request anyway, so I. Well, I met her for drinks so not long ago, and she was telling me about this boy that she knows, and I told her that frankly I was the better man. She was beautiful then, and she's beautiful now, so I don't understand why it's not working out. She tells me that she wants me, but she never wants to hold my hand. Well, tell all the world that you love me, show all the world that you are mine. Why must I hide the joy inside me? Why must love be dumb and blind? Are you afraid? Is she afraid? Are you afraid? Are you afraid? Is she afraid? Are you afraid? Oh, we went out last night with some of her friends, and I got a bit drunk and tried kissing her lips, and she pushed me away and told me that it was cold iron behind her eyes. And I don't understand, cause when we're alone she turns something on and brings back the glow. Oh, this just can't be love, cause love shouldn't hurt this much. Oh, tell all the world that you love me, show all the world that you are mine. Why must I hide the joy inside me? Why must love be dumb and blind? Are you afraid? Is she afraid? Are you afraid? Are you afraid? Is she afraid? Are you afraid? And know what of? What are you hiding from? We're not getting any younger, lover. Won't you let it go? Are you afraid? What are you running from? We're not getting any younger, lover. Don't you let us go. House after a terrible row, and I don't really know what I'm gonna do. I just left her house after a terrible row, and I don't really know what I'm gonna do now, cause I want her and I need her, but I just can't seem to defeat her. Oh, I don't know what I'm gonna do without her. That's what I wanted. That's what I wanted. So that's yeah. Okay. Oh yeah, no, amen. Hey, thank you, Tic Tac 2. Yeah, you sleep well, brother. Good to see you. Give my love to all of Denmark for me, will you? And hopefully we see you again soon. You have a sleep well, amigo. Yeah, it's pretty late there, right? It's are you guys 6 hours ahead? I think from me here in Texas. So yeah, so it's like 1 a.m. Yeah, perfect. Yeah, there you go. Right on, man. Well, yeah, you get plenty of rest, dude, and hopefully we see you again soon. All right, so this let me get this. Hey, Shubru, how you doing, dude? I'm gonna keep a splash of kerosene up in there. So this is a song called "Everybody's Working." This is a very stripped down version. Okay. Everybody's working, everybody needs to toil. Oh, we're working so much harder than we did the year before. And we work so goddamn hard for so very little pay. And we work and we toil every day. Everyone's unhappy, everybody is upset. And the days they get away from us, we haven't made it yet. And we know that there's no end in sight, this is our everyday. And we work and we toil, and we pay. Slow it down, take it slow. Let's turn on the radio again and listen to the songs that we love, all the songs we sing along to. All right. Working makes us cynical and bitter, angry folk. This must be some sort of universal cosmic joke. But we know the bills, they must be paid, and so we slave away. And we work and we toil every day. Slow it down, take it slow. Let's turn on the radio again and listen to the songs that we love, all the songs we sing along to. Slow it down, take it slow. Let's turn on the radio again and listen to the songs that we love, all the songs we sing along to. All right. Everybody's working, everybody needs to toil. Oh, we're working so much harder than we did the year before. And we work so goddamn hard for so very little pay. And we work and we toil and we slave. Tomorrow, isn't tomorrow Saturday? Why would people move? Oh, I guess because you have clients that you interact with on the weekdays. So it's a Saturday, you're forced to... Yeah, that's exactly what it is, Mr. Drum Show. Yeah, I normally would never have my hair this long. It's the same shape as it normally is, but yeah, I mean, because it's curly, it's probably about 5 or 6 inches longer than it normally is, you know. But yeah, it's just fucking. It is exactly COVID hair. I went to my at the beginning of when did I have my haircut last? It must have been in like August of last year. And yeah, it was or maybe it was like July of last year, and it hadn't hit me. It could even have been June, and there wasn't so Texas had not been hit that hard by COVID, you know, and so everybody showed up with masks. Even though so my hairdresser, like I've been going to the same person since I got here, and yeah, right, that's so funny. So I went in and I had my and I was wearing a mask and people kept coming in not wearing masks, and I'm like, what? I'm like, should I even be here, you know? But she was pretty good. She was pretty good at like, hey, if you're gonna be in here, you have to wear a mask. And so she kept sending people out, and they got masks and came back in. And she cut my hair that's one of the things, she cuts my hair very, very quickly. It was, hey, Rach Lexi, awesome. How you doing? Good to see you. How are you feeling? I just cut my, I have friends that cut their own hair, and I know, and I remember when they first learned, and they definitely had some wonky haircuts, and then slowly over time they got better at it, you know. And I'm like, I don't think I have the patience to wait to get better at you know, like there's no one to do that. But yeah, it's great to see you, Rach Lexi, So I haven't played this song in a long, long time. This is a song called Indie Rock Song. This is not a Get Set Go song. This is actually a Vermicious K song. So this is the band that predates Get Set Go. This is the band that I kind of cut my teeth on you know, playing live in the nightclubs of Los Angeles. Godspeed to all my fair old friends, the ones who saw me to the end, the ones who know I'm hiding in the radio, I'm lost within the stereo. I've gone astral once again, connected to a silver strand, connected to that 60 cycle sound that levitates the amp above the ground. Let's go, audio. Let's go, audio. Make me a slave to the radio wave, to the ringing in my ears. Make me a slave to the radio wave, to the ringing in my ears. What do you hear? Farewell to the people I have loved. I'm somewhere up above. I'm somewhere I am lost in a decibel, a number and a decimal. Let's write another song or two, another song for you, another song to capture me, enrapture me. Whoa. Let's go, audio. Let's go, audio. Make me a slave to the radio wave, to the ringing in my ears. Make me a slave to the radio wave, to the ringing in my ears. What do you hear? I've got a new sound and it's always changing, and I've got another song for you. I've got a new song, won't you please just listen, 'cause I've got another song for you. Godspeed to all my fair old friends, the ones who saw me to the end, the ones who know I'm hiding in the radio, I'm lost within the stereo again. Oh man, that's awesome. Yeah, that's and so yeah, how is the like recovery in terms of feeling so. I'm certain that most of you are well, I know a bunch of you know, but a bunch of you may not. I too suffered. Mine was drug induced, so I was abusing drugs, but I too had a stroke and experienced paralysis on the right side of my body and the inability to speak the English language and all that stuff. But it happened. I had my stroke in my drug dealer's apartment, so I like literally spent 48 hours trying to recover enough feeling to get the fuck out of Dodge. So we were talking about, so Peter Cat reached out to me, and so that's crazy. I mean, so are you feeling? I mean, are you getting a better handle on body strength and fine motor control and all that stuff? Because that's the fucking worst. I was, yeah. Let me see. Indie rock. Let me say this one. Lyrics and chords. You're oh yeah. Oh good. And so yeah, and you're not right, and you're right-handed. Yes, that's yeah. So that's actually really funny because I'm left-handed, and mine was the right side of the body, so I didn't lose the dexterity in my left hand. That's really curious. I wonder if yeah. Anyway, I don't know. I'm certain that there must be. In fact, I'm aware. I know that there are people that because I've heard stories of people that lost like whatever because basically it happened like wherever the brain damage occurs, so that often it's like blood clots, or like I think it was for me I that the 24 hours preceding my stroke, I had done ecstasy, an 8 ball of cocaine, basically by myself. I had friends with me, but they did a couple lines apiece, and then I finished the rest of the 8 ball. I drank a fifth of tequila by myself. I thought was drinking it with my friends, and they were like, "No, Mike, you were the only person that had tequila." So I drank a fifth of tequila. I had some Klonopin. I mentioned, I think I mentioned ecstasy. Like, yeah, so I was a crazy person. And of course, and then constant beers and cigarettes and stuff. And then we got home, and my bandmate Pat was like, "Mike, just go to bed." And I was so fucked up. I'm like, I'm not gonna go to bed. So I was like, "Yeah, I'm going to bed, man." And then the moment I saw him drive off, I climbed in my van and I drove to my drug dealer's place just down the street. And I was like, "Hey, man, I was gonna buy some crack cocaine." And I go in, and they're putting together, speedballs, which is, it's crack and it's coke and heroin as a shot, as an injected shot. Now, of course, I'd also, so I'd done Klonopin, but I'd also done Vicodin and one of the other ones, not oxycodone. Anyway, but it was, and another, and you never, if you've done opioids, if you've never done opioids, then you never inject drugs. Like, the thing is it, because it's like, you can never really gauge how much they're going to affect you. So did you know, when you had the strokes? Yeah. So what happened for me? So apparently what I did is I injected the drug. I injected the syringe. And apparently what I said is, I go, "I feel amazing." And then I fell on the ground and just started frothing at the mouth, and then the next thing, when I woke up, I woke up and I'm like, and of course, and it's funny, I don't really, I knew I wasn't really able to make a lot of sense out of what was going on, but I knew I was really thirsty and I was really hungry. And I was really warm, and I couldn't. The right side of my body was totally unresponsive, and so, because I was in, it was such an alien environment. I didn't panic. I didn't think like, "Oh shit!" Was like, I just got, and I was foggy, and I was like, okay, I can't move. I don't want to be here. I want to get out. I want to get out, but I can't move my body. What's going on? So I remember sitting there. So I like rolled myself over so I could just look at my hand. And I just sat there and I just kept trying to get it to move, like, I'm like, let me start with my hands, And so at some point in time, they saw I was awake, and they're like, "Mike, are you okay?" And I couldn't speak any. I remember they asked me questions and I couldn't respond because I just couldn't put the words together. Like, I knew what I wanted to say, but I just couldn't assemble the words to speak, So I just kind of shrugged, and they're like, do you want a Coke? And I was like, "Yes, I'd love a Coke." And I remember that Coke, they gave it to me in a straw. The Coke was the most beautiful, magical thing I'd ever tasted in my entire life. It was like, I must have been out for enough time, and particularly after all the stuff I'd done the day before, I was probably super dehydrated. I was probably super malnourished. And so, but I remember just sitting there and just trying to recover. And I eventually got my hands to be able to do this, and then I just focused on all the body parts, and so I spent some time trying to rotate my foot, and I did that I was in their apartment for 48 hours. And in that time I remember I crawled, like one arm crawled myself into the shower, and I turned on the shower and just let the cold water drench me because I was so hot and like sweltering. It was just, yeah, and that's so. The thing is like, I really do, Lexi. If Rachel, Lexi, if you have an instrument that you play that involves your hand, your left hand, I suggest either piano or guitar. I highly recommend start using it and trying to play, just try to play the piano, and do like simple drills, right? Just try to do one, just try to, if you know how to play the piano, know how to do the crossover, just do the crossover and then all the way back, and just do that, or your drum set. Yeah. But try to, but it's all about trying to get fine motor control. So try to do triplets or something, and try to do the accents, but just try to reestablish those neural pathways and get your something like that, and just try to keep it consistent, or even do it to a, okay, so then grab the stick and just go tap, 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 and keep doing that. Put a metronome on, put on a metronome and then put on a movie, and just do it to the movie, and do that to 2 movies a day. And just sit there and just keep tapping, and you will eventually get to the point where you can tap pretty easily, and then add some rhythm and add some accents. So, but I remember when I started. So I couldn't play the guitar. I couldn't I was a fucking train wreck, you know. But I was about to tour, so I had my stroke on July 3rd, 2002, or 2003, 2003, I forget. But and we were leaving for tour on September 19th. We were leaving for tour on September 19th. The album was coming out, and then we were leaving the very next day. So either September 19th or September 20th. And so I sat there. So I couldn't play the guitar. So I literally sat there and just forced myself to learn how to play the chords again. So I put on. So I was watching Buffy the Vampire Slayer. I watched all 4 seasons. I watched. I forget what else. So I just put on shows, and I would watch shows, and I would just force myself to play chords, you know, and just go back and forth. You know, but it was because it was my right hand. Oh no, because So I would sit there and I'd try to like, and then once I got to the point that I could palm mute again, because it took me maybe a week to get palm muting again. Then I started playing to my record, and I played to my record. It was ridiculously slow. I could still, because my left hand was fine, so I could still play chords, but it was getting my right hand to. And I couldn't do this at all. I couldn't do things in time, so it was just really chunky and weird. So then I put on my first record, and I just played my first album. I played it 6 times a day. I played along to it 6 times a day. And I remember when I first started, I couldn't play it all. I would just try to follow along. If I got completely lost, I'd stop. I'd pause the CD, and I'd pick up right where I left off, and I'd play it. And I would just go all, and I'd let myself cool down, and I'd pick it up. And I remember when I started, I could not play it all. I could not keep up. It was really, really frustrating, but I just stuck with it. And it was just, but I just forced myself to just do it. So I did it 6. So that first record is almost an hour long. I did it 6. I played it all the way through 6 times a day. So it was 6 hours of practice every single day, and that got me there. And by the time we left for tour, I was a better guitar player than I'd ever been. You know? I was like, all right, well, that helped out. God, yeah, so terrible. Oh yeah, here. Okay. Oh, I'm so sorry, Banjo. But what are the symptoms? It's so crazy. And Lenina, you had mentioned your grandmother. That was the one most. Thank God that my inability to speak was really. That was so foreign to me that was my primary focus was making it and then when I got home, on top of me learning how to play the guitar, I also thought that I had done serious damage to my language facilities. So I started writing songs, and that's all. And I started writing songs like a maniac. In fact, I wrote 64 songs between the first record and the second record. Which is crazy because now 64 songs does not feel like a lot to me. But between then and between the 2 records, that seemed like I'd never done that before. I was like, oh my God. Those 64 songs were written in part because I was afraid I lost my ability to actually put together, words that sounded interesting, you know. So I just wrote like a maniac, you know. Okay. Let's see. All right, so here we go. So rain falls, oh, another gloomy day. Some get out, but most of us remain in the cold, in the same rainy day. There's no song that we want to hear. Oh, rain falls, deafening our ears. The wind is sheer, and we remain in a rainy day. Oh, the fire in my heart is tearing me apart, and it's burning me down. And oh, the fire in my head is raging as it spreads, and it's burning me down, down, down. Rain, it pulls and gathers at her feet. The chill, it burns and we're left shivering. The clouds crowd in, drop freezing rain, another rainy day. Soft, it falls like kisses on her lips, cold as ice and splashes as it hits. It numbs our eyes, it numbs our face, this rainy day. Oh, the fire in my heart is tearing me apart, and it's burning me down. And oh, the fire in my head is raging as it spreads, and it's burning me down, down, down. Oh, the fire in my heart is tearing me apart, and it's burning me down. And oh, the fire in my head is raging as it spreads, and it's burning me down, down, down. Yeah. Dagnabbit. I think I played that one a little bit fast. Anyway, yeah, I don't know. I can't tell. That's yeah. Thank you, Bobcat. All right, let's see. All right, so let's see. Let's begin again. How to survive, motherfuckers. They can't fuck with us. Wow. Okay. I haven't played that one in a long time. Thank you, Banjo Biddy. Thank you very kindly. So let's see. Let's begin again. Thank you, Rach Lexi. Thank you, Ian. Thank you, Bobcat. Let me see. Oh, well, here. All right, let me. I'm doing these in totally reverse order, but that's not. All right, so motherfuckers, they can't fuck with us. The reason why I don't play that often is it's got a really high vocal part that I can only hit at various points in the week, and so I'll give it a shot. You know, it might sound really terrible, but if so, that'll just be what it is. All right, let's begin again. I wanna get out of here, she said I wanna go, but there's nowhere for me on the planet Earth, nowhere to feel at home. I don't even feel comfortable in my skin. She took a swallow of her whiskey neat and chased it with Vicodin. She laughed and smiled at me and said, let's begin again. Let's begin again. God damn it, you're right. Fuck me. God damn it, dude. See, that's... I wanna get out of here, she said I wanna go, but there's nowhere for me on the planet Earth, nowhere I'd feel at home. I don't even feel comfortable in my skin. She took a swallow of her whiskey neat and chased it with Vicodin. She laughed and smiled at me and said, let's begin again. Let's begin again. Let's begin again. Let's begin again. I wanna get out of here, but I never wanna die. I think that maybe in 1,000 years the future might be alright. I know that I am just a silly, silly girl, but it is simply so broken. A beautiful broken world. She laughed and smiled at me and said, let's begin again. Let's begin again. Let's begin again. Let's begin again. As we were leaving her, she started crying. I simply just held her. She said, oh, I'm dying, and I don't know why. And when we got there, she started crying. I simply just held her. She said, oh, I'm dying, and I don't know why. I'm alive. I wanna get out of here, she said I wanna go, but there's nowhere for me on the planet Earth, nowhere I'd feel at home. I don't even feel comfortable in my skin. She took a swallow of her whiskey neat and chased it with Vicodin. She's laughed and smiled at me and said, let's begin again. Yeah, that's a song called Let's Begin Again. Hey, thank you, Paper Cat. All right, How to Survive. Let's begin again. How to Survive is the next one. Hey, Sarah, how you doing? Thank you, Bobcat. Thank you, Ian. Thank you, Paper Cat. I was about to start singing. I don't have the lyric. I don't have this song charted, so because I have this one memorized. So I go to start singing, and I look at the lyrics for The Great Indie Rock Swindle, and so I go, oh, everybody's gonna wait. I'm like, what? So. Don't you dare leave, please don't you go. There is something that you ought to know. I am a wreck, I don't quite know how to survive on my own. My heart, oh it bleeds, and I can't start to flow. I'm dying, but I want you so. Don't you fret, don't be afraid. These shackles do not cut, they only abrade. I wear them too, I wear them for you. And should you drown, I will drown too. But maybe instead I'll keep you ahead of the rising watershed. And maybe we will flow. There are no words to describe the roiling chaos deep inside of me. Don't you dare leave, please don't you go. There is something that you ought to know. I am a wreck, I don't quite know how to survive on my own. My heart, oh it bleeds, and I can't start to flow. I'm dying, but I want you so. Hey, thank you, Baby Cat. You know, I was saying it would be, Which chord is G3? No, maybe here. Let me. Thank you, Ian. Thank you, Lenina. Thank you, Rach, Lexi. Thank you, Bobcat. I'd have to take a look at the chart. That might be a little note for me. Like sometimes I write notes. Secret of my success. Sometimes I write notes for myself. So to G3. So trying to fail. Pick yourself up and you just survive and you get it. Yeah, no. So it's just a G. It's not G3. It's just G. And I guess that was a typo. I plugged in a 3 there. I must like every now and again. The cursor will be like I will be going between things. No, it's not G. It's G sharp. Yeah. So yeah, C sharp, F sharp, and then G sharp. Yeah. So that's exactly right. So. Sure. Oh shit. See, I did it again. Great. So there we go. All right. All right. So I did that. Okay. Motherfuckers can't fuck with us. Sorry. Let's try this one. So this is one I co-wrote with my chat. Oh. Okay. Well, all right. Fuck. I haven't. When you've got nowhere to go, you can never say you're lost. Let me just figure this out. Gotta go where passion flows, no matter what the cost. When we lost all we've got, there's nothing left to lose. So we ought to sing along to exterminate the blues. Doesn't matter who we are. I can't. I don't think I can hit that. I don't think I can hit that note. Doesn't matter who we are. Doesn't matter where we are. I don't think I can hit that note. Doesn't matter who we are. Doesn't matter where we're from. We are misfits, and here is where the misfits belong. I can. All right, I got it. I'm gonna have to creep up on it, but I can do it. All right. So I co-wrote this song. I co-wrote this song with my chat. This is the very last song that we co-wrote before I started working on the album. The first single is going to be coming out at probably in the next couple of weeks. So the first single is going to be Paleophile. That's going to hit. I took some about a month and a half off from the record to listen to it with fresh ears. I'm going to get back and working on it next week. And so I'm going to kind of finish each of the singles, get them all sounding nice and tight and beautiful. And then, there's going to be 2 singles and the album's going to be released sometime in June. So when you've got nowhere to go, you can never say you're lost. Gotta go where passion flows, no matter what the cost. And when we've lost all we've got, there's nothing left to lose. So we all just sing along to exterminate the blues. Doesn't matter who we are, doesn't matter where we're from. We are misfits, and here is where the misfits belong. Motherfuckers, they can't fuck with us. We'll throw those fuckers underneath the bus. They can't fuck with us. Motherfuckers, they can't fuck with us. We'll kick those motherfuckers in the nuts, into their guts. are all alone, this is where we go. We just wanna hang around and not cover Wonderwall. And if you try to troll with us, you better up your game. 'Cause we've heard it all before, we know when you are lame. Doesn't matter who we are, doesn't matter where we're from. We are misfits, and here's where the misfits belong. Motherfuckers, they can all eat shit. We don't care if they just don't get it, or they're not that quick. Motherfuckers, just don't be a dick. You're welcome here when you are not a prick. So just stick around. Motherfuckers, come on out to play. Some of us were fuckers yesterday, but it's a brand new day. Motherfuckers, come on out to play. This is the best part of our day. What do you say? Even though you came to troll, you feel like you belong. So why don't you just sing along to this fucking song? There you go. So yeah, that's a song called "Motherfuckers They Can't Fuck With Us." Yeah, that's crazy. I managed to. Hey, Kanan, how you doing, man? Thank you, Badger Bitty. Yeah, thank you kindly. Thank you. So yeah, that's amazing that I managed to creep up to that note. That's a tough note to belt, but yeah.
That's like peanut, hazelnut,
shoot,
cashew nut, macadamia nut. That was the one that was sent her into going crazy. She said, "You stop naming nuts." Pine nut, pistachio nut, red pistachio nut, natural, all natural, white pistachio nut.
Mary and the truth. All right. So let's see. So the Great Indie Rock Swindle is the first. Oh, it's already up. Great. Have you buried a lyric with a deep or crazy meaning in one of your songs? That, yeah, I mean that happens all the time. The thing is that like I would have to kind of stumble upon one for me to remember them because I've done that repeatedly over and I also have callbacks. I have callbacks to other songs, and I have callbacks to I have like references to authors that I love, and references to other musicians that I love, and references to other songs that I love. There's always little stuff like that in my music. The thing is, again, but like nothing really. Except for the callbacks to other songs, nothing just jumps to mind. But but if I'm playing a song, I can be like, oh yeah, this is like this lyric was actually a reference to this, or this lyric was a little like the reason why this lyric resonates so deeply with me is because of this, So I do have a lot of that kind of stuff. So this is a song called "The Great Indie Rock Swindle." It's funny. This little section I'm about to play. I have a couple of songs that do this, but the verse. This little opening thing. That is the chords are D, E, A, D. Which is dead, and so and that's intentional. So and so this is called "The Great Indie Rock Swindle," and it goes. Everybody's gonna holler, everybody's gonna scream, and that's just the way it is. And everything that you think should belong to you, somebody's gonna say it's his. And everybody's gonna get paid before all you sorry motherfuckers do. So you better learn to like eating your crow just like the dirty hobos do. And it's a long way up to the top, and you damn well better not ever stop, or you will fall to the death of us all. You gotta keep on writing, keep on working, slaving every day, on the false premise that someday you will get paid. Can't you see that you gotta bleed for your money? Everybody's gonna lie and everybody's gonna cheat, you know, already screwed. The only way to keep yourself from getting too hurt is for you to provide the loot. And if God willing you of the heap, you gotta know that there's not much of anything that you will be allowed to keep. And it's a long way up to the top, and you damn well better not ever stop, or you will fall to the death of us all. You gotta keep on working, keep on jerking, keep on keeping on. And maybe someday when you're dead, someone will steal your song. Can't you see? You gotta bleed for your money. Why does anyone do what we do when we're sure that we're screwed? Or we know it's true? Are we dumb? It sure seems to look that way. We starve and we slave and we spend all our days writing tunes that we know. Are we stolen away? Are we dumb, dumb, dumb? Are we dumb, dumb, dumb? I'm so dumb. La 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 la. Are we dumb, dumb, dumb? La 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 la. I'm so dumb, dumb, dumb. La 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 la. I'm so dumb. So yeah, so if you know that it could be because these, I've been noticing that you guys have only been started having problems with the stream since I started simulcasting on Facebook and YouTube simultaneously. So I don't, so I do know that the people that are watching on Facebook and the people that are watching on YouTube seem to like get a kick out of it. But if it ends up being too much of a trouble, and it could be that just this, I wonder if it isn't just this computer is awesome, but it's got like 16 cores, and they're not like all super powerful cores, but it's got a bunch. So it's got a lot of processing power, but and it's got, anyway. I don't know. I don't know. If it brings more folks, yeah. So yeah, okay. If I mean, but Papercat, like, what's going on with you? Like, what's happening? And I can't really tell if it's bringing more folk, Lenina. I can't tell if well, first off, I don't pay attention. So, I'm not seeing a huge level of engagement in the chat. But again, there probably have been people that, like, the only way I can actually see people from Facebook and YouTube mentioning stuff is on my actual screen, and it's in little tiny print. So, sporadic buffering. It's just Twitcher. Okay, all right. Okay, so all right. Well, yeah. So well, maybe I'll tinker with it. Maybe there might even, there might be some ways that I can optimize all of this stuff. And maybe that might be the thing, is maybe I have been, I'm not using Restream. I'm actually using, the Streamlabs OBS. They have their own multicasting, plugin, and I'm using that. But the thing is but even so, I still think that there might be things I can do to optimize for Twitch. Like, and I know there's things I can do to optimize for like each of the individual services. So maybe I should just go and take a look at the settings I have for those, Okay, another channel had that too before I joined them here, but it's only like every 20 minutes or so. Okay, all right, well yeah. So what, I mean, so we'll I'll do some tinkering. You know, if it gets terrible, then obviously, or if it gets, okay, wait, hold on. So Bill says, try alternating between Facebook simul and YouTube simulcast to pinpoint the help. Yeah, no, that is, I could do that. You're right. I mean, it could, but it could also be, Bill, that it could be Streamlabs, the way it pushes it out. I don't know. So what I think I will do, it's happened like 3 times for me tonight. Nothing I can't deal with. And what's the amount of buffering time, Lenina? And then when you notice, and then when it happens, does it push you? Does it give you more latency? So like if you were 15 seconds behind, are you now 25 seconds behind, and then 35 seconds behind? Is it slowing your engagement with the actual chat? Because I would like to get to the point, like that's one of the reasons why I'm thinking about moving to Glimish, is because apparently they've got FTL streaming tech, so it's all supposed to be in real time. So that way, if you guys type in a sound command, it'll just pop up immediately. So a good 8 or seconds. Okay, that's and you hit pause and unpause. Okay, that's not all right. That's not bad. So So if you guys have so in the interest of kind of keeping this accessible to everybody that wants to watch it where they want to watch it, I'm just experimenting with all this stuff. So pause and unpause resets the latency. Okay, that's great. All right, well then great. So just know that. So if you're on YouTube or if you're on Facebook and you're experiencing weirdnesses, try that. And if you are experiencing weird things, please let me know in the chat. And if you guys that are watching, if you can keep an eye, because you won't see, if you're in Twitch, you're not going to see. You're not going to see Facebook or YouTube anywhere except for on my actual screen. So if you guys can kind of pay attention, so if you see somebody from Facebook or YouTube comment and say something, if you could like relay that to me, that'd be awesome. Because we will at some point in time, I'll get all these bells and whistles, sorted out, and things will be beautiful. But it might take a hot minute. All right, let's see. That was the Great Indie Rock Swindle, and then let's do. So this is Click on Me. I haven't played this one in a while either. This song was probably written in 2000. So this song's 21 years old. That's fucking nuts. Reconstruct the machine. All right. Excuse me. Oh, here, let me go grab some water real quick. I think I need to just put some water in my stomach to settle it. Give me 1 second, please. I'll be right back. You guys make it to the soundboard. I'll be back just in a moment.
Life is like a mop. And sometimes life gets full of dirt and crud and bugs and hairballs and stuff. You gotta clean it out. You gotta put it in here and rinse it off and start all over again. And sometimes life sticks to the floor so bad. A mop is not good enough. It's not good enough. You got to get down there like with a toothbrush, and you got to really scrub. You got to get it off. You got to really try to get it off. But if that doesn't work, you can't give up. You got to stand right up. You got to run to a window and say, "Hey, these floors are dirty as hell, and I'm not going to take it anymore."
All right.
9 coconut custard pies.
I don't say like. I don't remember my first autograph. Cause I don't. I mean, the thing is, it was probably back
when you were acting rudely and insensitively. Remember that? You're doing it right now.
It was probably in Vermish's K days. We for whatever reason we had a couple like before we had any business having fans. We had a couple people that were crazy, like rabid about the band. Like we gave them, like we would hand out cassettes at shows. Like we play like coffee shops and stuff like that. And we would hand out cassettes. And I do recall there were a couple people that were like we took one girl. She was a crazy fan. Like we literally just started out. We made not terrible music. It was beginning bands kind of figuring out what their sound's going to be, and she left this long rambling message, and so we took the message and we put it over like we did an instrumental, and then we just had that message playing during the entirety of the instrumental. So I'm certain that it was in that period of time. I'm certain that but I didn't sign. Well, Ian, have you not I have made the entire Vermicious K catalog available on here. Let me see if I can find it. Hold on. Here, it's crazy. It's crazy, but here, let's see. It's going to be here. Complete Get Set Go. Vermicious K. I've made the entire Vermicious K catalog available via my Patreon for free. But here, let me see. So it's going to be on. Oh, I don't even know. It's going to be on what? It's going to be like on one of the homemade records. So let's see. Destroy. No, Get Some. Not. I don't think Get Some, but it could be Get Some. So it might be on Doctor. Let's listen to it for just a second. Hold on.
I just wanted to say that I'm a nerd, and I'm here tonight to stand up for the rights of other nerds.
Sorry. Okay, all right. So here, let's put the kibosh on here. So this is called Dr. J's Slam Pumpkin Prophylactic Funhouse. The Duty Chasers. It might be on that. I was thinking.
Bring the soul to the hole.
Yeah, bring the soul to the hole, baby. Like a cool breeze on a hot Friday evening, outside your favorite coffee house, on a humid, wet Friday evening, with the sex and the hawkers pushing their wares, and the wannabes promising seduction with their pressed flesh. Skate punks stapled to bumpers, hawkers push their goods, beggars pitching their intricate weaves of intrigue, car alarms calling out into the night to their absenters. Eve took a few steps and found herself screaming. The camera pans.
If it's on this, this is a 13-minute song, so I'm not going to listen to the whole thing.
360 around Eve. Look, I am with the important people now. I am secretly one of the important persons. Jackie O's Marilyn Monroe. I'd rather be with you.
Delicious kids. What kind of rubbish is that? What kind of rubbish is that?
Don't you know that?
Yeah, a long time ago when it was raining and they were throwing mud at the mission when they were wearing their white robes. Just do it, baby. That's because I'm just gonna keep on. I'm just gonna keep on and on and on. This is to the extreme.
I don't think it's on this way. I'm not gonna look for me. No. I wrote the Palm Desert on a horse with no name. This is the long name version. No, okay, no. All right, so fuck. Yeah. Let me see. Not that one. Probably not going. He wrote this. No, all the song. No. Pay for the Living. No. No. I'd have to look for it. We have like 80 songs. You know. No worries, Bobcat. Yeah, man, my pleasure, dude. You have a great night, dude, and hopefully you get done what needs to get done. Yeah, man. I thought maybe I might be able to find it pretty easily, but I don't think I'm going to. I'm so sorry, everybody. Yeah. I'll reach out to Rick and Pat and see if they have any if they remember at all what we like. But yeah, they were like, yeah. Anyway, they're crazy, chaotic, silly, fun. So, like we had a good time making a lot of this stuff, and it definitely shows. All right, here we go. So this is a song called "Click on Me." Let me bring the back down. There we go. Reconstruct the machine. Build it from the top down. Feel free to be obscene. Who's to say you're unsound? There's a special reason for the television season. It's a business model, but it feels a little bit more significant. The space shuttle is the crowning jewel of human innovation. My computer hardwires me to the world. If we were only machines, then you could fix me. La 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 la. Now that I paid my dues, I can buy some running shoes. La 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 la. Now that I paid my dues, I can buy some running shoes. I wish you weren't so bright. It's hard for me to sleep at night. I'm suspicious of their superstitions regarding love. I wish that I knew my purpose. I wish that I could resurface. The space shuttle is the crowning jewel of human innovation. My computer hardwires me to the world. If we were only conceived, then you could save me. La 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 la. Now that I paid my dues, I can buy some running shoes. La 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 la. Now that I paid my dues, I can buy some running shoes. Click on me, you might find something delightful. I just might rewrite your network solutions. Tune me in, I'm a signal in the darkness. I just might be playing your songs, but I'm not searching for you unless you're looking to. And I'm not looking for you unless you're searching too. La 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 la. Now that I paid my dues, I can buy some running shoes. La 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 la. Now that I paid my dues, I can buy some running shoes. That song's actually is written about my leaving the music industry, or leaving the film and TV business to instead pursue music, or at least a lot of it is. So yeah, so and now that I paid my dues, I can buy some running shoes. That's exactly what that's about. So, and that was written right in the exact period and time when I was segueing from working in film and TV to music. So it's so crazy. And yeah, the reconstruct the machine, build it from the top down, all of that. Oh yeah. Oh, awesome. Yeah, that's great. Yeah. Dodger's a really, really fun book. It's really fun. Oh, did you, die motherfucker die, Rachel Lexi? That's awesome. So don't walk, but run. Yeah. Yes, that's exactly right. That's exactly right, K9. Yeah. Well, no, I mean, if it's your thing, if you love it, then do it. I couldn't, I had to deal with a lot of fucking shysters. I had to deal with a lot of people that were either our money people, or were our money people who are ultimately decision makers, right? So if you control the purse strings, you control the production. So I had a lot of money people that were complete liars that would lie to directly to my face. And so I'd be like, yeah, we're going to have this amount of money and we'll have it at this point in time. And you should be able to do these things. And I'd be like, okay, great. I'm going to go start getting all this stuff. And I'm going to go putting together my team, and I'm going to hire writers, I'm going to let writers know to like apportion this block of time to be working on our show and not somebody else's show, and they would do that as a favor to me. I'm like, I can't give you any advance. I can't basically give you a retainer. But I do expect, because we're working in the kids business. So like the kids business is a fucked up business. I mean, I don't know if you do anymore, but you couldn't get you didn't get royalties. So you basically just got paid a fee. You'd write an episode, and then that was all you got, So it was a very difficult and cutthroat business, So, anyway, so I just, and there were a handful of times. One time in particular, like there were a handful of times where I without knowing it, I was lying to people. I didn't know I was lying to them, but people told me, like, hey, we're going to do this, and we're going to do this for you, and you can go let your people know that. And so I would put people together, and people would change their lives. They turned down other jobs because they wanted to work with me and for me on the new project. And because I'd sell the project, but like, this is going to be amazing. Like, we're going to be able to do this. This is how we're going to do it. And I'm going to be the guy handling, like, and I, by this point in time, I had been a development executive, and I'd been like the chief. I'd been the point person for all the creative at Universal. So I was like, I handled the Savage Dragon, and I handled a show called Vortec, and so basically what it was is like so I would, like, all notes and everything would kind of be funneled through me. So I was the bridge between the creative team and everybody else, and so I would put together units that, like, so we did amazing things, because I was very careful about, like, protecting my people and making sure that, like, no, man, like, the thing is, like, you don't, like, I gave you a deadline, you had to have notes in by this date, you didn't have them in. If you try to force us to implement these notes, it's going to completely derail our production. I'm sorry, we're just going to let that go, and next time I'll make sure to remind you. I'll give you 3 or 4, like, and I built up this reputation of being good at taking care of my people. So I did that the last couple of years. I did that, and then people would still change it, or they'd be like, "No, I don't care," and I'm like, or they'd be like, "We're not going to pay them." Like, I get people to work for free because with the funding, we're waiting for our German partners to throw in money, and they're waiting and they're not throwing in money, and then the German partners get on board, and they're like, "We don't really like this guy," and I'm like, "I don't care. Like, this guy worked on spec for us. The thing is, we need to at least pay him something. He did this fucking work because we're running behind schedule now," and they're like, "No, we're not going to pay him," and I'm like, all right, you know what? Fuck you guys. So I just got sick. I was like, no fucking more. So, well, the thing is the music industry's got a lot of the same stuff, but I don't deal with it. I don't have to deal with it. The thing is, like, I was just like, I'm not going to. The thing is, I found for our first record label, I found they were honest people. They were very aggressive. The contract we signed was a very draconian contract, and they definitely negotiated in the later days very draconian. And I don't want to get too much into it, but they were always honest, and they still to this day they're honest with me, and so that's nice, And I just don't deal with it. The thing is, like, that's one of the things that's limited my career. I just don't like to deal with. I don't like dealing with I don't like dealing with liars. I don't like dealing with assholes. I don't like dealing with people that are like I don't like dealing with people that are self-entitled. Like just be a human. Just be a nice person. And let's work together to make a buck. And I just I can't find that often. So. Yeah. Oh, great. Yeah. That's exactly what I need to do. I need to get in business with the mob. Yeah, and that's exactly right. So so for me, I've my whole focus, I've carefully curated my life to make sure that the business never intrudes on the actual business of making music, you know? Like, so for me, making music and performing music and writing and recording records has always been always a joyful experience. Never once have I even when I worked and produced, I've produced a couple friends albums or a couple people, like I was hired, like even working on those records where it wasn't my music and it wasn't super the most exciting thing on the planet Earth, I was still able to fall in love with the thing I was working on enough that I was like, this is awesome. Let's make this great, you know? But, you know, yeah. So. No, wait, sorry. Oh, yeah. So I'm sorry. I was just trying to figure out. I'm trying to figure out some walks for this stuff. So, but this is a song. This is a song I don't play very often. This is a song called "Mary and the Truth." Mary, somewhere deep inside you, there is a song that you keep quite hidden. Speak out so we can hear you. We'd love to listen. We need your song. Oh, I know it's a risk, and that's never easy. Oh, but if you don't share, you will be cheating us. Are they beautiful? Mary, what makes your heart beat? What makes you happy? Who do you love? Tell me, with handcrafted verses and sparkling prose that speaks only truth. Speaks only truth. Speaks only truth. Yeah, man, my ear. It's for I reintroduced that song maybe about a year ago. Maybe I've played it maybe 10 times in the past year, and every time I play, I hear like I don't hear just straight transitions anymore. I just hear walks between them all. I think somebody just dinged me. Thank you, K9. Thank you, Lenita. Marrying that Ruth. Yes. How you doing? Ghost of Summer. What's cooking, man? Eric Summer in the house. Unfriended. Oh, Ian. Did Ian have to go? Ian, are you still here? I definitely hear. So I'll have to like. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Sorry. So, oh, awesome. That's great. Yeah. Amen. You sleep well, Rachel. Actually, yeah, absolutely. And my absolute pleasure. And yeah, and I promise you, it really, like if you put on a show, put on a movie or something and you just stick with it, it will be amazing how quickly you'll develop, you know, like, yeah. So, yeah, you have a wonderful night and yeah, be well. And, yeah, all my love. All right. So Unfriended. Remember the time you got your friends drunk? You got your friends drunk. Paleophile K9. Yeah, right on. That's. I got a clip of that. Remember that time you got your friend drunk and you taped her while the football team raped her, but she wasn't quite dead. Now she's come back for revenge against you and all your friends. You're unfriended. That's how it goes. Remember that time you got your friend drunk and you taped her while the football team raped her, but she wasn't quite raped her, but she wasn't quite dead, and now she's come back for. No, that's not right. Anyway, fuck. I just figured it out. I know, but it's so I wrote the songs just based on what I saw from one trailer, and the one trailer that I watched, that's what it kind of intimated was going on, and so I was like, all right, apparently that's what this movie is about. So I watched the trailers and then aggressively misapprehended what I saw in the trailer to make something funny out of my interpretation of what the movie is about. So that I've done that every single time I've been invited to do a movie draft. I've tried to do that. You know, sometimes I can't. Sometimes hey, how you doing, Boone? Magical objects, everybody. Your version actually raises the ludicrous stakes of that. Oh yeah, I certainly didn't watch the movie. Like yeah. Yeah, right. So you actually watched it, Eric? You actually watched it? That's so funny. Awesome, Boone. So if you guys don't know magical objects, oh no, hold on. So Ghost of Summer. So Eric, so let's figure out a time. So Ghost of Summer just finished his 10th song. He just finished his 10th song from his next song cycle, so he's got another 10-song album that I'm certain he has to do some production and polishing stuff for, and then he's gonna and then I'll get the final mixes, and then we'll do a listening party here for his brand new stuff. So that's awesome. And then Magical Objects is my buddy Boone Graham, who Magical Objects is his newest project. He just put out a single that is absolutely amazing, and he streams here on Twitch, and he's got hundreds of songs, and they're all just super phenomenal. They hit you in the heartstrings. They're clever and funny and silly and awesome and just really, really amazing tunes. And on top of that, he's a genuinely nice guy. Unlike Eric. Eric is not a nice guy. Boone is a nice guy. So if you like, cynical misanthropes, go with Eric. And if you like, fun, nice guys, then go with Boone. So you got the best of both worlds. A little bit of light, a little bit of dark. No, a little bit of light, a little bit of dark. Did I get that assessment wrong, Eric? Here, let's everywhere silly, and then I'll come around. Yeah, okay, good. Yeah. I'll come around. All right. So this next song is called Everywhere Silly. I wrote this. I should totally add Riley Rose Sherman to the thing. Let me do this. Hold on, give me a second. Let me say. No. I don't want to disable performance, but I want to get out of this. Oh my God. Hold on real quick. Sorry, guys. Can you guys still hear me? Can you still see everything? Okay. Okay, all right, good. I don't know what happened. Anyway, whatever. So, here we go. So, I'm gonna have to edit. I'm gonna edit this to include in memory of Jay Brushwood and Brett Schregner-Flane. I'm gonna include Riley Rose Sherman on that as well. But yeah. So I wrote this. So my little cousin. Her name was Riley Rose Sherman. She was diagnosed when she was like 5 years old. She was diagnosed with stage 4 neuroblastoma. She she might have been 4 when she was diagnosed, but she she fought the good fight. There was a point in time when she was declared NED, which means no evidence of disease. So it looked like the disease had gone completely into remission, and then it came back with a vengeance, and she was dead, within 6 months, and it was a fucking nightmare for her and her family, and for all the extended family. In that process, after she was diagnosed, and after her family, like all my family were, the wealthier family members gave money, and the not so wealthy family, or the family members that live close would donate their time to take care of their other son while Riley's parents were taking her to her, to whatever kind of like specialist or clinic she had to go to. And I was a broke ass musician in Texas. I couldn't do anything, so I was like, hey, can I write her a song? And they're like, yeah, we'd love that. So this is the song I wrote for her. It goes, bum bum ba da 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 bum bum ba da 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 bum bum ba da 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 bum bum ba da bum bum ba da 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 bum bum ba da 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 bum bum ba da 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 bum bum bum. Riley, you're so silly. Are you silly? Yes, you are. But you're not as silly as a duck driving a car. No, you're not as silly as a cat that likes to read. But Riley, you're so silly. You're as silly as can be. Riley, you're a smarty pants, Riley, you're a smarty pants, oh, you're so very smart. But can you count to orange, oh, can you count that far? Can you say your alphabet from A to square to brown? Riley, you're so very smart, the smartest girl around. Riley Rose, how many toes do you have on your feet? Riley Rose, do you suppose the coyotes like the heat? Riley Rose, how many noses does a chicken need? Can you tell me? Or don't you go to bed with the quesadilla on your head? Or don't you go to bed with the quesadilla? Or don't you go to bed with the quesadilla on your head? Or don't you go to bed with the quesadilla on your head? Bum ba da 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 bum bum ba da 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 bum bum ba da 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 bum bum ba da bum bum ba da 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 bum bum ba da 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 bum bum ba da 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 bum bum bum. Riley, eat your veggies, oh, you gotta eat your greens. Broccoli is so yummy, it is all that you should eat. Broccoli is for dinner, yay, lunch and breakfast too. Riley, eat your veggies, that's what you gotta do. Riley, you're a smarty pants, your pants are quite well read. How do you keep all your thoughts trapped inside your head? I wonder, do your thoughts leak out, leaking from your brain? Riley, you're so very smart, the smartest girl in Spain. Olé! Riley Rose, the sun it glows, but does it make a noise? Riley Rose, our toilet bowls, friendlier than boys. Riley Rose, do flowers grow for girls but never boys? Let's make some noise. Or don't you go to bed with the quesadilla on your head? Or don't you go to bed with the quesadilla? Where? Or don't you go to bed with the quesadilla on your head? Or don't you go to bed with the quesadilla on your head? Bum ba da 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 bum bum ba da 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 bum bum ba da 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 bum bum ba da bum bum ba da 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 bum bum ba da 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 bum bum ba da 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 bum bum bum. Riley, you're so silly, I mean you. But you're not as silly as a bear in a canoe. No, you're not as silly as a pig in underwear. Riley, you're so silly, you are silly everywhere. Yeah, so that's a song called Everywhere Silly. Hey, yeah, thank you, Lenina. Every single time I play that one, I'm like, I don't know if I know how to play this, and then I'm like, oh, I do. That's great. Good, look at me. Look at the big brain on Mike. All right. Oh yeah, no, yeah. It's called Everywhere Silly. All right, Boone. This is your song. This is a song called "I'll Come Around." Okay, no worries, Sarah. Thank you so much for hanging out. And yeah. Hold on. Hopefully we see you again. Hopefully we see you again soon. Yeah, you have a great night. Win money. Yeah, take care. Win money. That's. They could chop off my legs and take my car away, and they could nail me to the floor and sit on me all day, but I swear it's true, I would make my way to you. They could seal me in a box locked with 100 locks that they toss into the deep where the bottom never stops, but I swear it's true, I would make my way to you. There's no disaster, no destruction, no tragedy, no misfortune, not a thing that could keep me from you. There's no upheaval, no eruption, no debacle, no destruction, not a thing that could keep me from you. They could slice off my head and bury me for dead, and they could feed me to the lions, 'cause the lions must be fed, but I swear it's true, I would make my way to you. They could take a cannon shell and fire it through my chest, and I could die 1,000 deaths, but I would never rest, for I swear it's true, I will make my way to you. There's no catastrophe, no epidemic, there's no revolution and no polemic, and not a thing that could keep me from you. There's no injury, no bodily harm, and no prison walls, and no shrieking alarms, and there's not a thing that could keep me from you. You better know that I am gonna come around. You better know that I am gonna come around. You better know that I am gonna come around. You better know I'm gonna come. 'Cause nobody's gonna steal my baby. Nobody's gonna take my girl. Nobody's gonna get my lady. Nobody living on this world. There's no tsunami, no hurricane, and there's no raging inferno, and no earthquake, and there's not a thing that could keep me from you. You better know that I am gonna come around. You better know that I am gonna come around. You better know that I am gonna come around. You better know I'm gonna come. 'Cause nobody's gonna steal my baby. Nobody's gonna take my girl. Nobody's gonna get my lady. Nobody living on this world. There's no disaster, no destruction, no tragedy, no misfortune, not a thing that could keep me from you. Yeah, so that's a song called "I'll Come Around." All right, so it's 8:28. I've got 32 minutes left in the stream. So that's probably time enough for maybe 6 or 7 songs, depending on kind of how much banter happens between tracks, between songs, before performances. I don't think these count as tracks. Maybe in the future if these are turned into live shows. Yeah, but it's 8:30 now, and I've been doing only 3-hour shows each week because I'm playing and singing all day long. I wrote a song today. I wrote a new song today. I warmed up my fingers. I play, I hit a point where my ears and my mouth and my voice, and my ears and everything are just exhausted, and so I'm starving. So grow that. All right, let's. You guys are choosing a bunch of deep cuts this tonight. All right, here we go. Deep cuts. Deep cut Friday. Okay. All right. So. All right. So. Bum ba da bum. Bum ba da ba da ba da dum ba da dum bum ba da ba da ba da dum bum 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 ba da ba da ba da dum bum 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 ba da ba da dum bum 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 ba dum bum 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 bum. If you don't wanna, you don't gotta. There's nothing that you have to do. It's not a game if you don't play. You don't have to win or lose. You don't wanna, you don't gotta, you can choose your own rules. Everybody's living, giving up the time, working for fools. I believe in miracles, the resurrection of the dead, and the beating of a broken heart, and the words we left unsaid, and the things we do instead. If you can't make it, if you can't take it, you don't gotta play the game. No one wins in the end, it's not, no one wins in the end, it's not a fucking competition, grow the fuck up. No one wins in the end, it's not a fucking competition, grow the fuck up. Bum ba da ba da da dum ba bum bum ba da ba da ba da dum bum 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 ba da ba da dum bum 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 ba da ba da bum 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 ba dum bum 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 ba dum bum. If you don't wanna, you don't gotta. There's nothing that you have to do. It's not a game if you don't play. You don't have to win or lose. If you can't take it, if you can't stand it, if you just hate it, recreate something new. The bastards, they can't tear you down so long as to yourself you are true. I believe in miracles, the resurrection of the dead, and the beating of the broken heart, and the words we've left unsaid, and the things we do instead. If you can't make it, you can't take it, you don't gotta play the game. No one wins in the end, it's not a fucking competition, grow the fuck up. No one wins in the end, it's not a fucking competition, grow the fuck up. Right on, Paper Cat. Yeah, man, you sleep well, dude. Thanks for hanging out tonight, and I'm happy. It's great to see Rach Lexi, and yeah, you be well, man. Hopefully see you again very soon, dude. And thanks again. So Paper Cat is totally responsible for the entire redesign of the GetSetGoMusic.com website. The entire thing is all his creation. So yeah, man. Between he and my friend Lori kept my my GetSetGoMusic.com site alive for a full decade. You know, like maybe even longer than a decade. I think she first picked it up on behalf of the band like in 2007. So it's been like 14 years. Like it's been the life of a teenager, you know. And so I just recently took ownership of it and took control and got it set up and hosted it and Paper Cat redesigned the site and everything's up and running and dun dun dun. I feel like it's I finally installed a living room downstairs, like a place to use my last room. I can actually use it now, and I now manage my own website. Yes, this is great. I don't even manage it. Paper Cat handles it, but we got it up and running. Yay! And everything's in my name. I feel like I'm finally yay. I've graduated college. All right, Carlos. All right, okay. Yeah, my voice is feeling pretty haggard. Although I do have to say, it is pretty crazy. I do have to say, concerning how much I've been singing lately, right? Because I've been writing songs in the off hours, and I've been rehearsing the songs in the off hours. I don't get a chance to rehearse them a lot, but but I get to play each song, maybe I get to play half the songs at least once a day, and so that usually ends up being an hour of singing on top of what I'm me writing songs, and then running through the modes and the pentatonic scales and figuring out the finger picking patterns and practicing those, and and my voice is still like, so I'm singing and playing all day long, and my voice is holding up pretty nicely. That's pretty awesome. Like, had you suggested that I might be able to do this 10 years ago, I'd have been like, no fucking way. There's no way I could sing that much. But turns out that if you just keep doing something and say, fuck you, body, you have to do it, eventually body goes, okay. Bum, ba-dum, bum, ba-da-da-da-dum, bum, ba-da-da-da-dum, bum, ba-da-da-da-dum, ba-dum, 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 bum, bum, ba-dum, bum, ba-da-da-da-dum, bum, ba-da-dum, ba-dum, bum, 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 bum. When her phone chimed, telling her she had a text, she was angry, but she knew just who had left it, even though she had erased his number from her phone. She had it memorized. Oh, how could she not after their history? How could she have forgot? There was no way it was emblazoned in her memory. She was almost over him, you see. She was almost over him, you see. So she opened her phone reluctantly. Bum ba-dum, bum ba-da-da-da-dum, bum ba-da-da-da-dum, bum ba-da-da-da-dum, ba-dum, 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 bum ba-da-da-da-dum, bum ba-da-dum, ba-dum, bum ba-da-dum, ba-dum, ba-dum. Let's go back 6 years, or maybe it was 5, and she was working at the library part-time when she met the boy that would turn her world upside down. He was a gamer, he was ostensibly a geek, and he liked sci-fi, and he played some D&D, and he made her laugh, oh, until he made her weep. She was almost over him, you see. She was almost over him, you see. So she opened her phone reluctantly. So she opened it up and it read, I miss you. 3 words. I miss you. Really. I miss you. So she responded with just 1 word. Bullshit. Bum ba dum, bum ba da 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 dum, bum ba da 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 dum, bum ba da 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 dum, ba dum ba dum ba dum ba dum ba dum, bum ba da 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 dum, bum ba da dum ba dum, bum ba da dum ba dum ba dum. So they're together and they're hoping for the best, but she remembers every minute of the past, so she holds on tight to every minute of joy since she opened her phone. Thank you, Ian. Thank you, man. Thank you, Lenina. Thank you very kindly. All right, Ticks on a Dog. Wow, I haven't played this one in a long time either. Ticks on a Dog. All right, I don't know if I don't think I've got this one charted. I think yeah, I don't. I just have the chords. The chords involved, right? So let me see. So this song. So what I'm doing, I'm playing literally just the bare skeleton of the song. This song is actually comprised of lots of different little melodic elements that kind of all layer over each other. So there's there's you know, and then there's bells, and there's church bells, and there's all these things that kind of happen that layer in and add a lot of texture and add to the kind of the fabric of the sound. So this is literally just the most barest bones version of it. It's like the femur, It's like just there's no even intricate bones. It's like you got the rib cage, just the rib cage, and then the skull, no neck bones, it's like, but you can still get the shape of it. And Susie had a hatchet that she swung with some aplomb. She hacked away at everything till everyone was gone. She hacked away till everything was gone. Little laddie Dinker was mocked for his odd name, so he grabbed a bat and he bashed out all the brains of everyone. Look at everyone's brains, the brains of everyone. Look at everyone's brains. Molly was a nudist, she never wore no clothes, but everybody knew that she was naked under those old clothes. Under those old clothes. We cling to this rock like ticks on a dog. We scurry and worry and shove things along. We cling to this rock and hope for the best. I hope for the best. Do you hope for the best? Stevie was a stevedore who stole many things. He never made anything, but he had many rings that made of gold. That made of solid gold. Well, Sally sold seashells 2 for $1. The seashore was booming and Sally wasn't lucky, at least for now. She was selling seashells, shit. At least for now. She was selling seashells. Peter picked peppers, he picked them in pecks, but people didn't want the peppers that he picked them well. But they weren't seashells. We cling to this rock like ticks on a dog. We scurry and worry and shove things along. We cling to this rock and hope for the best. I hope for the best. Do you hope for the best? We cling to this rock like ticks on a dog. We scurry and worry and shove things along. We cling to this rock and hope for the best. I hope for the best. Do you hope for the best? Yeah, so that's a song called Ticks on a Dog. I haven't played that in a long, long time. That's the that's the closing track on my album called This Is Why We Can't Have Nice Things. Thank you, Lenina. Thank you. Hey, Sokate, how you doing, man? Thanks for the raid. Welcome, Raiders. I'm Mike TV. I'm in a band called Get Set Go. Like on your marks, get set go. It's just the 3 words, get set go. And I have 19 albums. No, I have 18 albums in stores. Number 19 is about to be released in June, and I'm currently writing new material for album 20. So I only play originals, but I've got hundreds. I've got over 400 originals that I currently play. So, here we go. So this is let us see. So yeah, Solkatu. Now, am I pronouncing your handle correctly? Or is it like Soulcat? So is it Solkatu or is it Soulcat? Solkatu. Okay, awesome. Yeah, right on. Awesome, cool. So is there something I can do? By the way, thanks for bringing folks over. Can I play a song for you? So I only play originals, but I've got kind of songs that kind of run the full gamut. I don't have any metal, but I do have dark songs. I just don't have any metal songs. But otherwise, I have punky songs, I have rock songs, I have ballads, I have fingerpick songs, I've got countrified songs. I've got it's all hooky based, But and I've got totally abjectly silly songs. I've got sexy songs. I've got story songs. So is there something I can? I can do. Yeah. So this is sexy if you're into this kind of thing, and it's also silly. So this is a song called Paleophile. And this is gonna be my very first single off of my next record. So this one's gonna hit stores in sometime in June. And I did not write the lyrics for the song. The lyrics were written by my Chad. When I was a wee one, I had my first crush. Those tiny false alarms made me blush. That neck, that tush, that horn, that never-ending smile. That's when I knew I was a paleophile. And maybe a sin, but that toothy grin drives me wild. I'm not into boys or girls, I just want dinosaurs. I want my dino whore. Omnivore, carnivore, herbivore. I'll fuck 'em all till I'm dinosaur. Huh. Archaeopteryx, extend those sexy wings. It makes me think the naughtiest things. Brontosaurus with your neck so very long. I could stroke it all night long. Velociraptor, give me some more, you big dickosaur. I'll fuck 'em all till I'm dinosaur. Megalosaur, give me your ultra megalodon. Seismosaurus, you shake me, you're breaking my heart on. I wanna go back to the past for that sweet dino ass. Wind back the clock, tickety-tock for that fat dino cock. Please take me home, I'm all alone, stuck in a world without dinosaurs. Dinosaurs. Huh. Triceratops, oh, can you top me? You make me horny to the power of 3. I have only one wish for my Mesozoic date. I want a T-Rex to masturbate. When we're alone, I'll polish your bone to squirt down a phone. I'm not into boys or girls, I just want dinosaurs. I want my dino whore. Omnivore, carnivore, herbivore. I'll fuck 'em all till I'm dinosaur. Huh. Ankylosaurs, you will someday become gas. Till then use your tail to pound my ass. Stegosaurus with your lovely lady plates. Why don't you come please, sit in my face. What can I do? I like to screw, I bet they did too. I'll fuck 'em all till I'm dinosaur. Megalosaur, give me your ultra megalodon. Seismosaurus, you shake me, you're breaking my heart on. I wanna go back to the past for that sweet dino ass. Wind up the clock, tickety-tock for that fat dino cock. Please take me home, I'm alone, stuck in a world without dinosaurs. Without dinosaurs, oh what a bore. Dangnabbit. Oh yeah. Hey, thank you, thank you, Lenita, thank you, Ian. Thank you, Sovereign Bohemian, thank you very much, thank you, Elix. Right on. So that's and then thank you. Thanks for that request, and thanks for bringing folks over, Sokata. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. All right, so this next song is called. So I'm running out of time. I've only got 12 minutes left, so I'm gonna do. I have time for enough for maybe two, maybe 3 more. Hey, thank you, brother. Thank you very much, man. And so I'm gonna play this one. I don't think that. So this is capo on the 3rd fret, but I don't really think so. I don't think I think that the way I play all these chords. If only love was a bomb, I'd be bombing everyone. If love was a hurricane, I fly it over everything I know. I'm packed full of love, from my head to my heels. If only love was wildfire, I'd burn down the fields. I can't put it into words, the way I feel about about you, darling, but these are words that could express it best. I'm gonna bomb you with my love. Copy bomb you with my love. I'm gonna bomb you with my love. I'm gonna explode. 3,000 megatons of love. I'm gonna explode. 3,000 megatons of love. If only love was a ring, I would wrap it around your finger. If love was a murderer, I'd certainly let it linger. I'm packed full of love, from my toes to my crown. If only love was King Kong, I'd never put you down. I can't put it into words, the way I feel about you, darling. These are words that could express it best. I'm gonna bomb you with my love. Copy bomb you with my love. I'm gonna bomb you with my love. I'm gonna explode. 3,000 megatons of love. I'm gonna explode. 3,000 megatons of love. Just for you. 3,000 megatons. I'm gonna bomb you with my love. Copy bomb you with my love. I'm gonna bomb you with my love. I'm gonna explode. 3,000 megatons of love. I'm gonna explode. 3,000 megatons of love. I'm gonna explode. 3,000 megatons of love. There you go. Yeah, I mean, so it's funny, Sovereign Behemoth. Sue. Thank you, Lenina. Thank you, Ian. Thank you very kindly. Sue. When I call him up here, it's usually because he's barking, you know, and so I know he feels it's a punishment. So he's been really good about hanging downstairs and not barking. So I don't want to so I'll have to find a way to start coercing him up, and maybe I'll get him a new toy or something, so he'll just hang out here to play with a toy, and then that way he doesn't look at it as a punishment, you know. Yeah, treats. Yeah. I could keep treats up here. That's not a bad idea. I do have treats downstairs, but maybe I'll keep upstairs treats. And so when he hears those, he'll be like, "Oh, I'm gonna head up there and go get some treats." That's a good idea. I'll do that. All right, I've got time enough for one, maybe two more. I can do new material if you guys would like. I've got 21 new songs. I'm writing two songs a week for the entirety of the year. So I'm gonna write at least 104 songs this year. I've written 21 since the 1st of January. Yeah, so let's what do we want to okay, so long, thanks for I can here. Yeah, it's funny. I used to write, so Katya, I used to write 5 songs a week. So I'd write Monday through Friday, 1 song a day, and I would do that for 3 months, right? And so I would end up with, I'd end up with anywhere. Well, I'd usually write. So I'd end up with between 60 and 80 songs. And so I'd write 5 days a week. But what I found is that and of course I found that I would write songs because I definitely finished them. Like there were verses and choruses and bridges but I would kind of, if I wasn't really feeling it, I kind of phone a song in. Now I don't really do that anymore. But doing it this way has been kind of awesome because I will sit down, not necessarily to write, but I'll just start noodling, and playing different chord progressions and kind of like just seeing if a song kind of strikes. Once I feel like I've got the threads of a song, then I will keep teasing it until I've got a brand new song. But it allows me to kind of just keep tinkering throughout the week, and so that when I do feel, so I'll tinker, I'll come with the progression. I'm like, oh, that sounds really nice. once I feel like I've got a good idea for a melody, or I've got a good idea, like, or today the song I wrote, I repurposed. I wrote one song, and it didn't really work for me, and so I took the emotional portent that I felt from the music, and I reimagined it as a different song, and it worked out great. Like it's a totally cool tune. So, in fact, here I'll play that one again. So this is the one I wrote just today. It's called Underwater. It's called Underwater at the Bottom of the Pool. Let me listen to it real quick, because yeah, here, let me listen to this section. So. Yeah, all right, so, and then. Okay, so yeah, I think I do this one. So let's see. So this is a song called Underwater at the Bottom of the Pool. Dizzy and breathless, she stumbles quite reckless across the yard and collapses into the pool. The water is cool on her skin as she swims to the floor. No, she's not hiding, instead she's abiding. She's waiting and praying and fervently hoping for change. Everything's strange, so she remains at the bottom of the pool. There's nothing she can do to put out the fire in her heart, so she drowns. The fire in her heart that burns even now. The fire in her heart that she can't quite put out. The lungs are aflame as she floats, as she waits, as she struggles to breathe, a need growing more fierce. She can't feel the tears. They are lost, they've been washed away. She wants to surface, her lungs give her purpose, but still she remains floating face down in the pool. There's nothing to do but drown in the cool of the pool in the night. There's nothing she can do to put out the fire in her heart, so she drowns. The fire in her heart that burns even now. The fire in her heart that she can't quite put out. The cold and the chill of the water can never quite put out the fire in the heart. Once the fire's been started, oh, the cold and the chill of the water can never quite put out the fire in the heart. Once the fire's been started. Right now. No, that's not right. Here it goes. So this is going to be a little instrumental section right here. So in the water, gravity's got her, pulling her deeper till she rests on the floor. She's hurting no more, and the water feels nice and cool. So that's called Underwater at the Bottom of the Pool. It's a brand new one. It's about if you can't figure it out, I can explain it to you. But I think it's pretty straightforward. Hey, thank you, Sokatu. Thank you very much, man. All right, so thank you. Hey, thank you, Lenina. Thank you very much. Yeah, so yeah, I think that one's gonna be it's funny. So I wrote that and I came up with all those melodies and all that stuff. And thank you, Sovereign Bohemian. Thank you very much. And thank Andy Campbell, GG. Thank you so much for the follow, man. So I wrote that one. I wrote that. The title kind of reminds me of BoJack Horseman, The View from Halfway Down. Oh, that's awesome. That's a great handle. That's a great title because it suggests that you've jumped off something high and are plummeting to your doom, which is again also what I intimated with this. This for me this was written as a metaphor. I have a friend that when she gets really emotionally, like when her emotions get the best of her, not in good and bad ways, but like, occasionally she has a sense of propriety, and when that sense of propriety is overwhelmed, she has a tendency to try to shut it all down. She has a tendency to try to smother it, and of course I've been like, you shouldn't do that. That's not healthy. And so I basically took kind of the things I've noticed, in our conversations regarding kind of the way she interacts with the world, and you see, Lenina, so I wrote this song trying to, no spoilers, but that reminds me of the bad ending of a game, and during the and during that moment in the game is a certain song. Okay, my new boss is pushing me to open up. It sucked at first, but amen. Oh, that's great, Lenina. Yeah, so it is, and so the idea, I didn't want there to be any judgment. I didn't want to I didn't let her. So when the opening line, she jumps in the pool and stays submerged, and she never comes back up. During the course of the song, she never comes back up. But the bridge, the cold and the chill of the water can never quite put out the fire in the heart once the fire's been started. That idea is because you can't squash feelings. You can try, you can feel like you're numb, but you're not numb. There's still shit going on. You're denying yourself. At some point in time, what you're setting yourself up for is it's like backdraft. Like you're a fire that's raging and all it needs is a little oxygen, and suddenly it's going to be a significant inferno. So I didn't want to judge. I didn't want there to be any judgment on the way that she was operating. I just wanted to be like, this is what I'm seeing. And that song was known before, and it was known to be used in the project for years. But when people saw the context the song was used, they suddenly had a dramatically different response to the song because, context. Oh, that's crazy, huh? I'm being vague because I don't. Okay, all right. Well, that's good to know. Is that game Elix? Is that game Amori? Because I just played that game. I just played Amori, and that had, I've only played it through once, and I got a good-ish ending. I also love how happy and bright sounding that chord loop is. Good. Oh, thank you, Sokato. Yeah, isn't it? Because it's like that G major 7. And then to the minor 4. Yeah. So there's just it's got some fun, like really sweet little things that like, and I've just been having a lot of fun. I've been So did I let Kel? Yes. Wait. No. Kel. Did I let? Let me. Kel. Yes, I did. No. Did I? Yes, I did. I think I did everything that was pro the friends. So I did answer the door. Yes, I did answer the door. Yes. Yeah, I did everything that was friend centric. I always made pro friend decisions, and I always made pro which, so that, and it's really funny. And that was always my primary impulse. And so occasionally they don't give you that option. Occasionally they're like, no, you're too fucked up to do this, and I'm like, what? And I'm like, oh, this, like, Amori's not me. I get that. Amori's not me. And I get to have an impact on his life and his decisions, but he's not me, So I was like, okay. And that's I did Awesomeness most. Thank you, Sam. I have, yeah, amen. I've been having a lot of fun. I've substituted now. I've done a major third instead of a minor third. I've done a major 4. I'm in a minor 4 or minor 5. I've been throwing in diminished chords in my stuff, which is awesome. I've been throwing in chords that are not in the key but are kind of related, like the so that E. So in the key of C, E does not belong, but it just sounds cool, you know. It kind of lifts it up a little bit. Yeah. So I've been playing. It's funny. For the first time, I used to do all this stuff. I used to do all this stuff back in the day, not knowing what the fuck I was doing, and people were like, "That's so cool!" Like, you know, like that's really weird. Like, that's so weird that you do that. I don't know. It sounded all right, you know. And now I'm finally, you know, like I'm doing it from the other end of things. I'm like, oh yeah, I know this doesn't like. Let me see when I pull this out of the key. Yeah. So anyway, so just it's been fun. It's been fun to like. Just experiment to like I did for almost a full decade. Once Eric, I don't know if Eric's still here, but Eric Summer, once Eric Summer was like outlined how chords worked for me, because up until then I just wrote songs by ear. He basically kind of illustrated me how chords worked, or how progression, or like how chords worked within a key, and I was like, oh, this is awesome. And then, oh, that's awesome. Yeah, that's great. That's super cool. Well, yeah, hey, Wizzo, how you doing, brother? Good to see you, man. I'm just getting there. Like I love it, but I learn very, very slowly. And the way I learn is by applying it to my songwriting. So like I'm like, oh, this is a way to cheat diminished chords, or here's a way to play. Like, so I've written a song with like C minor 6s and with diminished 7ths and all of them were like so I'm still not connecting all the dots for why this sounds so great, but I am starting to see like, oh, this chord and this chord share this note, and that's why it sounds, you know. So I bet, man, that's crazy. That's awesome. Well, yeah, that's so cool. Yeah, I am very, very far away from that, but that's a great thing for me, right? The thing is, like, I have my whole life to figure this stuff out. Like I don't need to do it right now. I'm writing so much music without knowing this stuff. Like each time I learn something new, I get to add it to my arsenal, and 15 songs pop out. You know, I'm like, so I'm not in a rush. I don't want to master it right now. I'm gonna take it, you know, step by step and introduce little elements and stuff like that. But and yeah, of course, Sovereign Bohemian. But you guys, I need to go. I'm really starving. I had a salad at 1, so that was 8 hours ago, and that's all I've eaten today. So I really, really need to eat some food. But we're gonna go raid W Scottus 1. Thank you guys. Thank you. I love you all, and hopefully I'll see you all very soon. Okay, where'd you put the poem, Ian? Where did you put it? I think you'll like it. Mike, I shared a poem on Discord. It's called View from Halfway Down, and it gives a title to an episode of the show. Okay, all right, cool. And it was in general. Is it in Discord in general? Oh, on Creative. Okay, on Creative. Perfect. Awesome. I love you guys. Thank you. We're gonna go rate W Scottus 1 for some. Thank you, Sovereign Bohemian. Right back at you, brother. Yeah, and I'm like I would talk about Jave, but I'm like, I need to eat.